Welcome back, fellow scribes. It's time for another round of Civ 7, and this time we're going to play as Ibn Battuta, and we're going to play as the Abbasid in Antiquity. I think we're going to run Abbasid all the way across, and the reason I wanted to play Abbasid, we'll get down to the bottom there. I thought that was a pretty good ability, even for Antiquity, honestly. Alright, so, for leader abilities here, we get 2 wildcard attribute points once we unlock the first civic in every age. We get sight on our units, and we get the endeavor to use trade maps and see other people's area. So I kind of leaned into that. I decided we're going to get 25 of the corresponding yield whenever we use an attribute point. So we're already we could possibly get 50 science, 50 culture, 50 gold. I'm not sure what expansionist would be, but yeah, we could really steamroll a specific area, or we can spread it out. We'll find out. So I thought that'd be pretty good. And I thought, since we have +1 sight, let's get +1 movement on these things, so we can get where we need to go faster. I think Merchant Saddle is a great not exploration. Actually, it's great all the time in all areas, because explorers for modern, settlers, merchants, and scouts, definitely really heavy for Antiquity, I believe. Still great in exploration as well, but always a good memento, I think. All right, now down to what we got. So we're going to get 10 gold for each rural population in a city when it has a growth event. So we're basically going to get like 10 gold, pretty quick. It might be 5 since it's online speed, but we'll find out. Either way, we're getting money, and that looks pretty good. Obviously, we have our exploration age stuff that we can't get, but these are great buildings. Can't wait to use them. Now look at these traditions, though. We're going to get science for +1 science adjacency with the palace on this. So on top of the fact that you already get science and culture for a quarter, you'll get another science. And this is just buildings. So actually, it's +2 when you do a quarter. So that's good to keep in mind. And then we also got the happiness. I think we will definitely synergize. So that's what we got going on. We can't do any attributes because these aren't mementos for that. All right, so now let's get into the game here. What do we got? Honestly, I think this location's fantastic. We've got a great gold building here we can work with. Wonderful adjacencies for science, for sure. The only downside is that hides and salt do go away in the exploration age. But hey, that doesn't matter right now, does it? We have to get to the exploration age first. So yeah, we got some good stuff here. We have to put a fishing key here. We got another great gold building here by the looks of it. Looks like a nice 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, my bad. Yeah, 5. Yeah, so we got great stuff there. We would have to put a fishing key here if we want to get over here, or we can go up this way. Either way, great locations. I do have to admit, I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put my warehouse buildings right there, because we got a nice... Oh, that's not a 3, my bad. But we got nice areas to keep 2s and 3s. And I think this is a great spot, since this adjacency will be lost entirely to us next age, whereas wine always stays. This stays all through exploration. So this is 2, this is 3 for age staying. And then, of course, our lovely crabs stay forever as well. So yeah, I think that's a great idea. All right, so let's get it plopped in here. It looks like we might be on fresh, maybe not. Let's find out. Okay, we are on fresh. Very good. The game usually lets you start on fresh. Not all the time, but usually. Oh, my bad. Also, we are... Wrong thing. Let me get up here on the pause. We are going to do a Terra Incognita map, okay? So what that is that we have our homelands. It's the same continent, but we don't know what the other continent looks like. So I thought that would be kind of fun, because if we do continents and islands, or just continents, it's usually mirrored. What you got on this island, or what you got on this continent, will be the same over there. So I think Incognita is a great way to play. We want to know what's over there. We want to be surprised. Got to keep that, what you call it. Got to keep the surprise alive. The mysticism and all that. All right, boom, there we go. Got ourselves a scout. Oh, what a wonderful settle. We got some wonderful silver out here. We got some dyes. Okay, so this is not a 5, it's a 4, but that's still very good. Oh, actually, I was pointing at this one. This should be a 5. Yeah, we'll definitely put our market here, because we can just open up these gold buildings for next age. All right, so where do we want to go? We're definitely south. Oh, yeah, we're right there at the bottom. So we definitely want to go up. All right, so we got 1 extra movement. Pop that off. Oh, wow, look at that double right off the bat. There's one way out there. All right, this is looking really good, really good. Okay, so as for our text, let's take a look here. We definitely have the gambit. I'm seeing a lot more woodcutters than I am mines at the moment. I don't think I'm going to take this salt right away. So if we go into animal husbandry, that does get us to the monument if we want to, or we can kind of move around. Do we have any rivers nearby? We do. It might not be a bad spot for hanging gardens, perhaps. Yeah, maybe there, or we could even go here. We'll have to think on that. Regardless, I think animal husbandry is a great way to start. Get us rolling on that. I'm going to go for another scout. Let's get that out of the way. And let's move on. Now, we are playing on online speed, so all of these productions and everything are going to be a lot faster than standard. I almost grabbed that right away. All right, let's see here. I just said I wasn't going to go for mines right away, and then I would do woodcutters. But that is 2 culture. Am I getting anything else? Oh, this does give me food, though. Oh, this is a 1 of everything. Yeah, let's go for this. That's a great idea. Oh, and look at that, 5 gold. So, yep, since we're on online speed, we get 5 instead of 10. So every time we put that down, we get 5 extra gold. That'll be a great way to kind of bankroll us. All right, minus 100 gold, but I get a warrior or 15 influence. I'm going to take this warrior. Yeah, so I'm only losing 5 gold for a warrior. That's great. Also, it's not taking away any of my gold. It's only taking away my gold per turn. So just keep that in mind. All right, as for this scout, we're going to go up this way. I'm going to send you this way. And then we'll kind of scout out this way with our warrior. Perfect. Okay, so we already got another growth. We could get straight to this silver if we wanted. I think we're going to inject these crabs. Actually, it's completely useless to me because I have 0 warehouse building. So it's not 3 food, it's just 2 food. This one, we only get food on warehouse buildings. So that's great once we have warehouse buildings. I say we kind of leave that for now. I think I will go ahead and just grab this extra culture, really help. But, oh, 10 gold now. Oh, hold up here. For each rural okay, that's awesome. Okay, that's really good. So yeah, early game, that is fantastic. Now just make sure that's cities. That's cities. All right, so we have 2 scouts. We had a warrior. We can go 1 more scout. I think, yeah, we're going to do 1 more scout. And then after that, I'm going to get my fishing key in, probably. Plug that in. All right. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to put a granary in. Not really a lot of farmland to work with. I'm sure everybody's like, oh, always put a granary down. Maybe they're right. I don't know. But in my opinion, just not really seeing it. I always try to investigate which is best. All right, 37 gold. I'm not really seeing anything. I mean, the influence would be very handy for when we meet people. I'm going to take this money because that's going to get us closer to actually... Yeah, look, like I can just buy my scout. We've already put a point in, though, sadly, so we're not going to. We're just going to hold on to our cash. Maybe I'll buy that fishing key. All right, that's pretty much enough scouting for that warrior. We'll kind of bring him back home now. I don't want him going too far. All right, there's our slinger. Let's get you moved. Oh, yeah, let's snag that. Okay. I am going to... Actually, how much happiness is that? 37? Yeah, that's shaving a lot of turns off getting to my traditions. Or we can go with production and food. Production and food might not be a bad idea. Let's see here. Oh, we've also unlocked slingers. We can start getting those. That's pretty good. All right, so let's see here. This fishing key... I wish I saw how much... Ah, there we go. So that's going to be 27 production, so we can shave almost half of the production cost on this. Oh, my bad. Never mind. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this. So now it's still 4 turns, but it's going to be much faster. All right, we'll finish that scout as is. I'm not going to ever really put this into units. I'll put it into buildings most of the time if I take productions. All right, so we got our scout going. We're about to get our fishing key in. Now, I said we go for pottery. Let's get that out of the way. I'm not really feeling masonry. I'm going to bring you back home. All right, let's get up here. Let's get another search off. All right, boom. So we found another location, and we have ran into good old Xerxes. That's good to know. We definitely want to settle up here then. All right, so there is one head alone that sits at the center of the world, and it is mine. Well, we'll be friendly with him. Oh, we found him immediately. Okay, that's good to know. We could send him a trade map now, but I'm not going to do that. Trading maps with him is kind of pointless. Not really great. So he is right there. So I definitely want to get up into our getting settlers as soon as possible. All right, good. We've unlocked this. Let's go ahead and change our policies. We're just going to double down. We got a lot of culture, so let's keep hitting that culture. All right, we got a narrative choice. We got our 2 wildcard attribute points. So let's go ahead and finish growing our city and stuff first. All right, so I think first off, let's go ahead and grab these. I can grab the crabs, or I can start heading towards this wonderful hides. I think I am going to start heading for those hides. Let's go ahead and put this down. Get ourselves 15 gold. Boom. Because we'll end up crushing that anyway. And then I can move that into the hides. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. As for you, we'll go this way. This looks like more of a scouting. You know what? I shouldn't have done this. I'm going to let the warrior do his job a bit more. All right, we got a location. We'll just go for that then. All right, we found Opone. Good. All right, not bad. Now we can go straight into our origins and get science adjacency from the palace for buildings. That's really going to bump our science exponentially. I mean, that's really good. I mean, think about it. We can have a building here, building here, building here, building here. We're at least going to have 3. Might even put 1 here, we'll see, but we're going to have 3 spots at least. So that's really good. So that's already... Actually, my bad. We're going to have 3 quarters. So that's 2 science, that's 4, that's 6. If we go here, that's up to 8. That's 8 science on this just right here. So That's an option. I think what we should do is probably mysticism or discipline. And I don't see... Is Xerxes playing Achaemenid? He is playing Achaemenid. So his whole thing is he's going to hate me having trade routes. I really don't care. Anyway, since he's going to have the trade route business, I'm still going to go for discipline anyway. I want my commander early for once. Actually, I'm glad we found him. I'm not going to, but in my opinion, not all the time, but if I don't see anybody, I really don't see a reason for despotism. Since he's right there, we could try to early war him, but then I don't want to be bogged into a war just to do this stuff. Also, I really don't think that's our thing. I don't think Battuta is a war guy. This stuff seems to be more explore, search, see the land, chart the course, that type of thing. So we can either go oligarchy or classical republic, in my opinion. Both are very good. You guys know I'm particular to this one. I think I might actually do classical republic this time. We're already kind of getting the culture, so we can snowball the culture a bit more. Also, the influence isn't bad. We like to talk to people. Then we got some wonder happiness. We got some great work stuff. Yeah, I think classical republic would be great for us. Also, we can get the culture off the great works, which we are kind of working towards, and I think we might try to do some wonder builds. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. All right, plug that in. Yep, so we're already up to 16 culture. That could help. Might even shave a turn. It has. Look at that. 5 turns on that now. All right, we got our 2 wildcard attributes. Now, what do we want to do? Do we want to, like, grab 50? Well, actually, hold up. My bad. I should reiterate that so 25, we're probably only going to get, like, half of that. We'll find out. So, what do we want? Do we want to put a cultural point on our city halls? Do we want to put a science on our city halls? I think we are playing Abbasid. We should definitely grab a science. So, let's grab a science. Let me see here. We're currently at 10. This is 4 turns. Let's see what happens when we do a science, huh? All right, so we're at 10. We're at 4. Let's see what happens. So we grabbed that. Brought us up to 3 turns. Okay, wow. That really shaved the science on pottery. Now, do we want to go into science even harder? We have one more wild card. We could... tech masteries aren't bad. We could also build buildings faster. I love building buildings faster. Honestly, this kind of speaks to Abbasid, in my opinion. We get our buildings faster, and if the buildings are next to the palace, we get our science faster. Yeah, it's kind of rolls. Militaristic, I really don't care. Like, let's not waste our wild card on something we can gain through our own actions. We destroy a independent, we get a militaristic, so that's pointless. Also, I don't know what I would get as a yield out of this. We could do producing settlers. That's never bad. I'm going to kind of wait on that. That's really good, but I don't think I'm going to need that. We could also get gold, which means we get 25 gold. That's never bad to get extra money. Diplomatic, we'd probably end up getting influence or happiness as... Well, I don't know which one they'd give us in that. Probably happiness as a yield, I guess. I could go either way. These are never bad either. Cultural, I do like the culture, extra culture. I think I'm going to go down for the buildings, though. Let's put that down. So, boom, that's probably got us down to like 2 turns on pottery. Yeah, that's great. And then we can build the buildings faster, get our science faster. Yeah, I think it's a win-win situation in this case. All right, so I'm taking a look at our map here as we're uncovering things. We've just ran into Himiko up here. Now that might actually be worth something. Our coming was foretold. Let's go ahead and be friendly with her. That means, unfortunately, we can't send her anything. Oh, actually, we can, my bad. Now, I might want to send her a trade map. Let's see if she showed her area. All right, she's up here, and Pars is over here. Now, in my opinion, what type of Himiko are we dealing with here? We're dealing with the Queen of Wa, so she's going to want to send us stuff, and I am kind of for that. I could wait a turn and see if she sends me anything, so let's wait a turn, and then I might send her a trade map, because she's a little further away than I am. All right, let's see if we can snag this, maybe. All right, she might beat me. Oh, it's a cliff as well, so yeah, she's probably going to beat me to that one. Let's keep going up here. Yeah, because Xerxes is right next to me. There's no real reason to trade maps with him when I can just see what he's seeing. All right, yeah, we'll use our warrior for this stuff. We can kind of figure out where we're going to settle. Definitely seeing some good spots. I'm going to want this silver for sure. That's a guarantee. I might want to come down here and maybe not. Actually, that's going to be a very tight spot. Maybe if I want a fishing town, maybe. Wouldn't be a bad idea. But my first goal is to get up here. I want to plug up this area. Pars is off of that. I may want to just settle like right here or near it. Just to kind of cut him off from getting near me. All right, he's sending out some warriors. I don't know where they're going, as long as they're going away from me. All right, so see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to go ahead and support this immediately. That such get us up to 17 science. Look at that, that's crazy. Yeah, she's doing better, but it's making me do better than Xerxes, and that's all that matters. Now, I do have 30 left. I think I'm going to pal her up a bit more, so let's go ahead and trade map her. She accepted that, fantastic. Yeah, I think that's going to be a great idea. All right, I'm going to come get down one. All right, I don't need to search this, but I'm going to. All right, yeah, that's a good search. We can see where we might want to settle next. Maybe right here. I probably want to come over here more. All right, so we got all of our stuff. We still need to do sailing, but we can get into writing if we want. Sailing would get us a lot of good options. Irrigation unlocks the possibility of hanging gardens for us, which is another great idea. In fact, I think irrigation is the way to go here. We'll go into writing later. We can kind of hold off on writing a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, because look, we're getting science for each building, and we're going to put more buildings down. Now I can get settlers. Maybe I go for a settler. All right, we're not doing a granary because we're going to crush this anyway, so let's go ahead and crush that with either a saw pit or brickyard, and it looks like, and we're going to go into a saw pit anyway, and we do have more saw pits. Yeah, so let's go ahead and crush this. Boom. All right. Now let's go ahead and get our, the one downside. Yeah, we can't get this because since we crushed this, it's not really counting it. But we're going to get a saw pit anyway. I think it's a great idea. Oh yeah, that 1-2 tile looks great. That's actually really good. So that's going to get us more happiness. All right. Okay, so she snagged that from us. That's not uncommon. We got some great stuff up here. I wouldn't mind settling around here somewhere. I kind of want to get settles along these lines because it's going to be great defenses for us. Let's get you up here. Got more stuff to grab. Oh man, I love the fact I have extra sight on all of my units. That makes the warrior worth scouting with. Okay, so looks like we are now friendly with Himiko. That's great. If we can get allied with her, that would be fantastic because she is Queen of Wa, which means she can send us the... Where is it at? The Wa ability. Oh, Friend of Way. There we go. So if we get the Friend of Way ability, if we get allied with her, she'll give us 25% science to us. And also, she plans on being friendly and helpful with everybody because she gets more science that way. So let's see. And an alliance, you grant you and your ally. Yeah, so we want this. We want to be friendly with her. She's going to give us plenty of science if we're friendly with her. All right, so this is a mountain that closes us off. Let's go this way. That's actually exactly how I wanted to go. I'm surprised the scout went the way I wanted for once. All right, perfect. I'm seeing a lot of good stuff here. I like how this kind of ends. So it gives us a lot of good ideas of where we want to settle. I think after our saw pit, we're going to go into, not slinger, we're going to go into a settler. I think that'd be a great idea. All right. Hopefully I can get more population soon. Those hides would be very beneficial for us. All right, our guy, let's just go right down the middle, cut the difference. All right. That'll help us decide. Yeah, I'm going to come inland a little bit. Yeah, let's discover more of our map. Snag this bad boy. Food and gold or happiness? We still want to kind of get to our next happy area. How are we looking at happiness-wise? All right, we are equal with Himiko, lower than Xerxes. It's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right, so happiness or food? Well, we are at 9. Basically, 3 of that's going to get us... Yeah, I say we go with some happiness. That's going to be quite a bit of turns. I think like maybe 4. Yep, I can count. I'm glad I know how. All right, moving on. Man, this warrior putting in work for me. Work he's not even supposed to. All right, good. We got ourselves a army commander. That's great. Dersharkin. I don't know if we're going to build Dersharkin. It would kind of somewhat benefit us, but not really. Change our policies. No, I kind of like what we got. All right, so we could go into mysticism. We could go into Abbasid origins. We're not getting our science adjacency just yet, and maybe we do that as one extra turn. All right, let's do mysticism 2. We're going to do... let's do mysticism. Then we're going to do our Abbasids, and that should really kind of get us rolling. All right, I can snag this. I'm just going to grab this one first because it's closer to him, and I don't want him to have it. So let's get a search off here, kind of see what we're working with. All right, there is people over here. I do see that, so we do kind of have some avenues that he can reach us on. That's not good or bad. It's just an observation. All right, yeah, our warrior should be coming home now. He kind of got what we wanted because, in my opinion, this is kind of... It's not yet, but I kind of consider this whole section, you know, kind of like my area, basically. Just because of how the lakes and rivers and stuff, this is probably inland ocean. Yeah, like the way those are broken up. All right, so what are we working with here? I can get 100 influence, or I can get 10 production towards wonders. Well, I'm not building any wonders, but I could. That's going to tie me up a little bit. Yeah, it's going to take a little time on that. Yeah, so in that case, just grab the influence. There we go. Let's grab some tool making, or we can get more movement and sight. Actually, this would be survey. In my opinion, I neglect this card a lot. It's actually pretty good. This basically gives you what Battuta has, minus the movement. But if I put this in, and I already have +1 movement, now I have +2 movement, and I have +2 sight, that's actually straight fire. Like, look at what I can see. Watch this just move. Boom. Okay, maybe that wasn't as effective. There we go. Oh, hey, look at this. Nothing happens. Ooh, I will definitely take that science. And now I wish I'd taken the other thing, because I can work on getting hanging gardens. All right, we're going to confirm that. We're at 1 of 4, so we just researched hanging gardens before everybody else. So in my case, I am going to go for hanging gardens. and I want to put it here. That's my ideal spot for hanging gardens. That gets us a 3 and a 3. That'll last for a real long time. Let's choose our next our next tech. Sailing might not be a bad idea. We can kind of get some water stuff going. I am kind of feeling that because of where we're at. Our writing's also very important. I know the culture, masonry, the influence, of course. Sadly, we only really have like one spot for kind of like 2 areas. We'd have to build this up if we wanted to really get this culture area at least viable. So we'll have to see on that, which I think is fine. So if I can get hanging gardens, that opens up a 3. We can have a 3 here, so we can put like our sciences here or here if we need to. We got our fishing key out, which means we can get a lovely 4 right here for our food and gold building, which is probably our best bet. Yeah, that's probably where we'll do that. We got this, so we could put a monument here and other culture happiness here, and if we do that, we maybe need a wonder here and a wonder here, at least make these a 2. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, and then once this goes away, we put something here to make this a 3, possibly. That's kind of what we can do. It's our best options if we want to do culture. In my opinion, I think we should probably go into science, so we're going to do that first. We can always kind of use the extra science to swoop back and quickly grab things that we didn't grab before. All right, let's see who we got over here. Arna. Okay, yep, that's a befriend right there. That's a befriend right there. Opone, honestly, I would be befriending you too, but let's befriend the guy that nobody's touching. All right, let's get one last thing over here just to see. Okay, and we'll probably park him there, just see what the coast offers. Sadly, I know these guys are going to start really honing in on things, which is unfortunate. All right, that's actually, well, 1, it's 20 gold, and it's 6 production, which is fire. All right, now what can we buy, wise? I can actually buy a settler for 100 gold, so actually, I could work out. Or maybe I do the brickyard, because we're now down to 9 turns on this, and I can shave it with a brickyard right here. That's not bad. I say we go for a settler. I'm going to buy a settler, because I'm greedy. Then we'll get our settler. I know we're up to 4 now, but let's at least get our 3 settles in before people start thinking about where to go. Now I'm going to do science. I'm going to get through that. There we go. 3 turns on each is actually fantastic work for us. All right, let's go all the way up here. Look at how fast they move. All right, there's Taruga. Looks like Tokyo I didn't need to send the maps to, but hey, we did anyway. All right, we can grab that next, because this guy's kind of coming over. Oh my goodness, look at what we reveal. Arna. Oh man, 1, 2, 3. Oh wow. Ooh, that is beautiful. All right, let's get our last search off. All right, good. So we just don't know this tile, which is fine. That's not really a big deal. All right, we got both of our settlers, which is key. Now, he's a step closer this way, and you're a step closer kind of this direction. So where can we go? Where can we go? Oh, about where I suggested is actually a great spot. All right. Okay, you're suggesting here because it gets us hides, jade, silver, sheep. Yeah, that's a really good location. I'm not going to lie. That's really good. If I go here, I take that spot out, and I still get my sheep and my silver and my hides. I can also go all the way out to here. Now, Parsa ends there. So I can go 2 tiles out. He will hate me for this, 100%. It also blocks this out, so his only settle would be there. And that's kind of what I want. I kind of want to capture this area, so we are going to go here. It only takes 3 turns. And this will probably be our other city. There's hides out here. Even though some of the stuff's going to go away, I like this location. We're going to lose a Lotus, which is unfortunate, but we have a great gold building here. You know, we have another areas we can work with. I like this area. Also shuts down him settling near us, so that's kind of how I feel about it. Oh, actually, that's fine. Become hostile with Taruga, but get 15 influence. That seems a waste to me. Is there nothing? Oh, and it sends a raid to me. I just don't really see the point. I know they're far enough away, but I'm not hurting for influence that badly. Oh, all right, I gotta move around you. Let's get a search off. Once he moves, I'll snag that, and then let's just move our army commander up. All right, now for this guy, I get that. I don't like that. I'm the type, I try to move out to where I come, like the tiles come back to like where I end, if that makes sense. Now, that's not always great. I will admit, it is dumb for me to do that a lot of times. But I don't like this. This is way too close. I at least like a double. That's just me. Honestly, I think I might go here. Oh man, look at that. We get double flax. I mean, flax only lasts for 1 age, but still. We're looking pretty good here. We could possibly lose out on the navigable if someone got real greedy on us. But in my opinion, this eats up a whole bunch of tiles. And I think that's a great location. And we're going to come back home. Oh, made it even better. Look at that. Hides right next to it. All right, so let's check our command. Oh, yeah, let's snag that bad boy. Minus 25, but 30 culture or 5 production. Oh, hey, I'll lose 25 gold for 30 culture. Gets us mysticism faster. I like that. All right, we don't need the golden settlements just yet. I think we can wait. All right. Yep, there's that. So we got some wonderful ideas, but I'm going to go into our Abbasid origins. I want to get that science rolling, baby. That's what I want. All right, we've unlocked mysticism. Looks like someone took Goddess of the Harvest. Not bad. Now, I'm thinking we could just really lean into our science. Getting science on quarters, science on our buildings next to the palace. Just science central. You know, I think that's the way to go. I really do. We could also kind of fix our culture, but we're actually doing okay on culture because we're in the tundra, so almost every tundra tile gives us a culture anyway. And I think Abbasid, we're more science-oriented anyway. So yeah, let's go with God of Wisdom and let's get some science on those quarters. Now, we don't have any just yet. Also, we don't even have the altar in, so it doesn't even matter. Oh, wow. More stuff. Okay, we're probably going to go up this way, which means we do need sailing. All right, just investigating this. All right, yeah, you need to start coming back. All right, snag that real quick. Minus 100 culture, but at 37 happiness. I'll just take the 5 production. Yeah, I didn't shave a turn, but I'd rather have the production. I'm not going to waste my culture per turn when I'm trying to get through things. All right, so Arna's bestowed a gift upon us. 25 happiness. Nice. Shaved a few turns off. Let's try to get up in here. Oh, we found Machu Picchu. Nice. We're probably not going to settle that. Yeah, we're way far away from that, but at least we know it. Okay, this is all mountains. Where's my other guy? Okay, yeah, let's go this way. Kind of wrap around the mountains. Perfect. I would settle up here if I was him. I really would. All right, I'm going to bring you back home. Let's start getting ready for him to not like us. All right. Pop off another search. Good thing we did. That's dangerous territory. All right, so what we got here? So city-state. Okay, we've unlocked the library. That's really good news for us. All right, Mesa Verde. Okay, I'm starting to see what he did. So what we got going on here? We could go into masonry. I think it might be time to come back for sailing. Yeah, let's go back for sailing. All right. Let's see if we can kind of... Yep, we can kind of inch through here a little bit. I think we should. All right, good. We can make that. Oh, wow. Very mountainous. Very great culture area here. All right, so let me just make sure I'm confirming this. That's 3. That's 3. That's 3. Okay, yeah, so we could do a settle out here, which is not a bad idea, actually. Although, oh, wait, our guys... 1, 2, 3... Oh, yeah, we could do a settle here still. It's actually not a bad idea. Okay, good. Good. We've got plenty of hides. We just got to get to them, which is the downside. My one downfall for me is when I put towns down, I go, oh, look at all this stuff, but it's so far away, which is my downfall. But we're going to put this in, really take Parsa off. All right, there we go. So I know we instigated on him. All right, so we could go for this culture right here. Could go out here to this wonderful hides right now. I say, well, do I have enough money? Otherwise, there's just no point. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just take this 2 food and culture. We'll crush that later. I just want to take over this area now while we can, because it'd be good for us to do. Yeah, see, he's got himself a fishing key up here, or harbor anyway, so we got to keep an eye on that. Yeah, your goal is to get in here. Yeah, your goal. We'll just do that. And then our other guy, oh, he's actually going here, so yeah, we can definitely settle this if we need to. That's not bad. I might move it a little bit. Maybe go here. Actually, I'd make it a great fishing town if we went here, probably. All right, anyway, let's move on. We're going to try to keep getting hanging gardens if we can. We just got 2 of 4, just like Himiko's at 2 of 4. Where did she settle if we can see it? All right, yeah, she's starting to come down this way. Good for her. I've noticed the AI likes to, well, when they don't screw it up, there's more of that. When they don't screw it up, they like to kind of settle pretty near each other, because look, 1, 2, 3, and then she settles like right after that, whereas I try to spread it out a little bit. All right, I need you to move, sir. You're kind of in my way. All right, we could try to come down this way, but there's a lot of bad people that way, so let's kind of finish this up. Let's get you here. Rest. I know he's kind of probably real neutral. Oh, yeah, first meet, and then we settled right next to him. Let's send him a trade map. Maybe that'll increase the... Yeah, we'll send him a trade map. It doesn't matter, really. I kind of wish I could send him other things. He has no people. Oh, I could talk to Himiko more, actually. Yeah, hit me up with a farmer's market. You know what? Yeah, we'll try to at least... you know what? Actually, I don't care. Yeah, you know what? Forget him. All right, we got our guy in place. I can see why it's suggesting a few other areas, but I want to be here because this will most likely be a city, I think. All right, let's go ahead and just shoot for the hides. I want the silver. Don't get me wrong. I love silver. But I want to get these hides and get them to the capital immediately because we are building a wonder. Yeah, we want to try to get hanging gardens. I also want to see what the expansionist attribute point will get us when we do that. All right, now that we're out here, let's go ahead and throw in some gypsum, maybe. Or we could actually, we should probably do this and claim the tiles. Yeah, there we go, because he's definitely wanting to take that over. All right, so there we go. We're 25% of the way through the age already. Not too bad. Not too bad. I need to wait 2 turns, so we'll kind of wait on this. I could set him to auto, but I don't want to. Let's snag this bad boy. Lose this unit. That seems kind of dumb. Yeah, that seems kind of dumb. Let's get around here. All right, good. We got that all researched. All right, there's Raga. Not bad. We could get another settle around this way. Wouldn't be a bad idea. We'll have to see. Arna could kind of take care of that, though. It would leave a hole, though. It would leave a hole. All right, so there we go. Oh, and then Arna belongs to us. We've got our tradition. Let's go ahead and slot that immediately. So we're at 13. That should get us up to, I believe, 15 now. Yeah, 15. We got 2 buildings here. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, so we've met another Civ. Looks like we've met good old Trung Troc here. She's playing Daviette. That's nice. Go ahead and say hi to her, and we'll be friendly. Let me see where she's at. All right, she's way up here. So you know what? I will do a trade map with her. That'd be great for us. All right, so now back over here. Now I will take the silver. So there we go. Now we are getting 1 gold and 1 food in all of our settlements. So that's 3 food and 3 gold. All right, so now Arna, what can we do? We can get a policy slot, and we get happiness on our granaries and brickyards. Get happiness on happiness buildings. I don't have any happiness buildings yet. There's the Send delegation. We can get tons of happiness. Festival grounds. We get influence and happiness. Doubles the yields during celebration. Has to be on a flat terrain adjacent to a district. 1 per settlement. I like festival grounds. I don't really like them that much, in my opinion. That's just me. Like, they are good, but I don't... It feels a little light to me when you can get other stuff that I think offers way more. So let's see here. I don't have any brickyards yet, but I will be putting those down, so that makes sense. Also like the influence of supporting endeavors and sanctions. Actually, the Armada letters should probably be pretty good, at least for Himiko, because I want to befriend her. I want to be allied with her, so she can send me the Queen away. Or friend away, or I can go for a policy slot. How are we looking here? So they are... All right, so she's making more culture than me, but I'm making more culture than anybody else, surprisingly. How are we on our government policies? We're at 3. I could get up to 4. Actually, that 2 gold, that'd give me 6 more gold a turn, which would be pretty nice, actually. Okay, yeah, let's take that policy. We're going to take the policy slot. Yeah, we're going to take that. Let's get more gold. There we go. Yeah, 20 gold a turn. Much better. Much healthier. All right, so we got that. We can go into this. What's this get us? 5% towards building buildings for every tech mastery completed in an age, 10% towards constructing, and 10% gold towards purchasing warehouse buildings. Oh, that's really good. Specialist limit in the capital, and a codex. That's actually pretty good stuff. That's actually a great foundation. We could go into code of laws, not for Petra, but we could start trading with people, which would be another boost to being friendlier. We could also see about doing some culture, or not culture, but some buildings. I think Great Steel would be pretty nice if we could maybe build that. It might actually allow for some gold injection. So yeah, let's try that first, and then I'll probably see about a different thing. Yeah, well, is this flat? Yeah, I could probably do a flat steel here and kind of boost this to a 2. It might be worth it. All right, I need to wait 1 more turn with you. Can I reach that? Oh, I sure can. Minus 100 culture, but I get a population, or 10 food in the nearest settlement. I'm not gonna lie, that almost appeals to me. I'm gonna go with 10 food though. Yeah, see. Grew it anyway. All right, let's go ahead and get this gypsum online. That's science and 2 extra production. And it's 2 extra production in the capital. Now, if we get another city, it's much better. But now we're on 1 turn. Hopefully we can get hanging gardens here. This is roughly the time when we lose our wonders. Is there anything else we can do right now? We have 99 gold. It's usually cheaper to... Actually, is it 108? Should be cheaper. Yes, it is. Oh, no, it's not. It's the same. All right, it's the same. So we'll see if we can maybe find ways to make that cheaper or just get more money. All right, so do we get hanging gardens, yes or no? And that is a yes. We have acquired hanging gardens. Beautiful. Canal water gushes from above in the gardens. Fragrance pervades the walkways. Streams of water as numerous as the stars of heaven flow in the pleasure garden. Ashurbanipal. Ashurbanipal. Look at this. We get snow on our palm trees and every other tropical tree that surrounds the gardens, even on our ivy. It's actually pretty good. I wonder how those butterflies were hanging out. Either way, we've got that. We've unlocked sailing. Beautiful. All right. And look, that acquired us more land. Even better. Even better. All right, so narrative choice. All right. Train a settler would get us a migrant. We can get a production in all of our settlements, or we can get 12 culture, meet all homeland civs. Well, we might already get 12 culture. Let's find out. The other reason I chose Terra Incognita and other stuff, I was getting real tired of fractal continents making homelands one whole thing, because that's fine. It's not bad, but the thing is, like, come on. I pick Pangea maps for that. You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of defeating my whole... you're defeating the whole homeland, distant land thing, in my opinion, when you do that. So, Let's see here. We're doing okay. There's 3 wonders, obviously. We found one of them. Haven't found the other 2 yet. And then there's 5 homelands, so there's 6 people on this continent. That's actually quite a bit of people. I've met 3 of them, so there's 2 more people we got to meet. Oh, I got 2. Why do I have 2 of these? I'm going to have to look into that. So this is going to take a while for just a paltry 12 culture. I could train a settler for a migrant. That's not bad. Or we can just get production in all of our settlements. There is no time to travel. I mean, that's actually 2 extra gold because of the towns. You know, I'm going to train a settler. Let's train a settler. Oh, already gave it to me. Even better. So we got a migrant. Let's go ahead and plug him in then. Boom. We can go for food on this plantation. We can head out towards this silver. We can grab the crabs. Honestly, all this sounds good to me. You know what? Let's kind of boost the food. So that means we should go with the crab. Oh, well, we can't really insert the crabs right now. Yeah, so let's do this. Oh, 25 gold. Oh, and we can just grow again. We must have hit a growth event. Let's get some happiness, actually, because we can plug that anywhere. Oh, we got a scientific attribute point. Where did we get that from? Progress marches on, driven by discovery, the people's thirst for knowledge. Okay, cool. I don't know where we got that, but it's going to give us more science. So let's choose a tech that we can want to kind of get through. Let's see. Masonry would probably be pretty good. Currency. I can only put, like, Colossus on these tiles. I wouldn't mind trying to get currency, actually. Do we want to try to shoot for being the first in mathematics? I say we can give it a go. We can give it the old college try. So let's hit the currency. Let's try to go for that. Actually, it would be pretty good. We got great adjacencies for gold. All right, so we got an expansionist. So let's hit this. So did that give us like food or something? I don't know what that would have given us. It's kind of hard to tell for that one. But either way, we can at least know we get in science. So let's go ahead and do that. Tech mast. Oh, we can get science on settlements for each resource. So that's going to be 5 science right there. That is pretty good. Oh, I also like the golden happiness maintenance on buildings, though. That's tough. Let's do the science. We're going to go down hard on science. So now we're 8 turns on that, plus we're up to 20 science now. We'll be up to 21 in just a second. All right, so we got some great locations here. Let's get out to the flax. I think that's going to be the ideal situation for us. Now, in this case, Samara should get a granary at some point, but we're going to start... Actually, it could go either way. Okay, we do want to build Samara up. So the hides go away, so does the flax. That is the unfortunate truth of this situation. So do we want to go here? Probably want to go here with my saw pit. Let's do that. There we go. Plus, that's giving us more gold. All right, we got our hanging gardens. We could go for Dursharkin. Actually, only 7 turns. That's a surprise. Where could it go? Oh, it actually can go here. I'd rather put steel here, if I'm being honest with you. In any case, I think we should probably go for our library and other things. Library would be very handy right now. So would the altar. Both are great. But let's do the library first. Look at this +4 right here. Fantastic. Yeah, let's do the library. Then we'll do the altar, because that'll... Right now, the altar means nothing to us. We can 1-turn this harbor, though. Let's put that there. We can 1-turn this brickyard as well. Really great stuff. Actually, let's 1-turn both of these, because they might almost 1-turn these buildings. We'll see. Yeah, and I was thinking of switching them around, but the... okay, let me plug this into... You have 7, so guess what? You get 4 happiness. So now we have 1 extra... Okay, I don't know why that switched it to 20. All right, now we can get over here. Now we can start moving. Let's get up here. Get another search off. Man, they've got great land. Great land. One thing you do have to kind of get in your mind, which I still have trouble with because I'm greedy like that, you just kind of have to realize you can't take all the land. You can't take all the land. Alright, so Trungtrok has become suzerain of a city-state. Good for her. So how are we looking here? 23. We're looking pretty solid on the science, in my opinion. We are down, but we will catch up. Alright, let's grab this. Ooh, happiness or culture? I'm going to take that happiness. Let's try to get another celebration going. Yeah, celebrations. Do not sleep on celebrations. All right, there we go. Ooh. I'm going to go science. Yep, that sounds great. I know we probably could have finished off our culture, but I want to do science. All right, so we got clan networks. We've unlocked great steel. Honestly, I could maybe drop my culture on my palace. I could maybe do that. How are we looking on culture? No, I'd rather keep it for now, especially now that we just met Lafayette. Pleasure to meet you, Lafayette. We'll send him a friendly greeting as well. No, I could... Okay, can't offer him anything. Why can't I offer him this? Oh, because I'm running it with someone else, that's why. Okay, perfect. So we're at 38. Yeah, that's fine. Luckily, Himiko is loving us right now. She finds him neutral. Decay over time, don't care about that. We want an ally. She accepts our alliance, also because she wants that ally. Look at that. Friendly and helpful. She gets 4. Okay, she gets no extra bonus, but now that we're allied, hopefully she starts sending that bad boy our way. Yeah, she has more science than us, but it's still going to benefit both of us greatly. All right. Now we're at Al Moswil. Could I reach those? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can't reach the horses. That is an unfortunate situation, but I can secure these crabs. And he... Actually, yeah, that's perfect, because now I got him there where I want him. I got him right where I want him, guys. Alright, so we could go into Code of Laws and other things. We do have one settlement left we, could make. Maybe here. I wouldn't mind coming up this way. The only downside is not really a great Petra. I think we're going to have to just deal with not getting Petra. 1, 2, 3. We could settle around here. Yeah, we could do a settle around here. Honestly, a great resort town. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can make a resort town out of this. We go here. Yeah, we could settle there, make a wonderful resort town. If we want to go for a thing, we could also settle this way. I do think a settle right here isn't terrible. Looks like we got some areas over here we could work with. There's still kind of a chunk. I don't know where I want to go. That's my problem. I could go here. It kind of eats up a lot of this ocean, which is kind of what I want. Plus I can get some stuff if I need to. Kind of like this idea. So what else do we got? I say we go into our foundation. Let's get this this building ability would be great. And am I going to build a wonder? Maybe. Okay, I can build steel where I want it, which actually is great. That's actually great. We can also put it here too. That's not a bad idea. Got a lot of options for that, actually. Let's go here. That way we can kind of prep a double. I mean, we can also prep a double over here, too. We can maybe try Bursa for that. Yeah, let's try Bursa for that. Okay, so we are going to shoot this up. Okay, we're going to pause on this. We're going to go and try to get steel right now. All right, so there's that. Let's get a growth rate. We're at 5 turns on steel now. I know this is kind of delaying our things, but I think that's a great idea. Let's get up here. Can we kind of roam around him? Looks like we could. Perfect. Yeah, it'll take him a turn to get to us. All right, we'll kind of fill in the gaps here. She's starting to come over good. I think overall we're probably going to have a argument with Xerxes if we were to have an argument with anybody. All right, gate was built by Xerxes. That's not a surprise. We left that. Also, it's kind of his thing. All right, so we could get some flax. It's going to give us 2 science and 2 culture. I want that. I don't want it now. I'm going to go for more of this. Have 3 hides. Yeah, so we're at 3 production here. We could throw that into the capital, which we will. We will lose a science out of this, but I would rather have an extra production for our wonder building. So we're going to leave that. Beautiful. Lose 10% of my culture. I reject that. So yeah, he's starting to do a thing I don't like, so I need monuments to kind of prop my culture up. All right, we got up here. We met everybody, so say hello to Great Alexander. Alexander the Great. We'll send him a friendly Dell. All right, nice. I like Terra up here. I wish I had more influence. He's kind of... Xerxes... I probably should have just let Xerxes hurt me. Reason being is that... There we go. Oh, man. Honestly. Ooh, she has a great area up here to really work with. Bak Gyong, huh? Settled a town nearby. Okay. I get worried when they tell me they settled towns nearby because it's telling me because I'm nearby. But in my opinion, that worries me because it makes me feel like I'm seeing things. With the most quarters. Okay, cool. I'm glad Lafayette likes me. Likes a leader with the fewest commander promotions. Okay, that's fine. We'll probably end up changing that over time. Let's snag this bad boy. Snag this. Minus 100 production for 3 turns. Okay, we can't do that. Yeah, we can't do that. I'm currently building a wonder, and I even took a celebration for it, so that's not allowed. We do have 170 gold. We could buy a building, which I kind of think would be a great idea, especially in... Yeah, let's do Moswil. I'm going to do the... We're going to lose our culture, but we get extra food now. Also, I can now move this to get our culture back. Now, granted, we can't slot that, but we have it when we need it. So, that works for me. Because right now, our capital is kind of geared towards... Okay, we're taking a hit. We're going to run away from that. Right now, our capital is geared towards production. Eventually, we will gear it towards making yields. It's just a matter of when we do that. All right. Oh, come on now. I'm going to wrap around this. There we go. Came back. Yeah, let's... Actually, you know what? No. I see a guy on the horizon. I can already tell how that's going to go. All right, we're 2 turns on steel. Hopefully we can get another. There's their shark, and I'm actually surprised how long that took to build for them. Colossus has been unlocked. Okay, so that's unfortunate, actually. Oh, we can't build Colossus. Has it already been built? I'm going to have to check that. I'm just going to accept this. I want the money. I'm a money guy. I like my gold. There it is. Queen of Wa, plus 25. And it's free to accept. Even better. Yes. So we're getting 25% more of our 25. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, it's going to help her out tremendously, but I don't care. She's going to be my, maybe not a ride or die, but I'm going to be sticking with her for a while. All right, now we could go into navigation, but that's not our goal. Our goal is mathematics. That is our goal. We want to get there first if we can. Let's snag this bad boy. Oh, hey, well, we just said we wanted to get there first. Let's get there first. All right. I want to see what's up there, but we're not going to. All right, man. Survey coming out strong. All right, I'm even with everybody on research, which is great. Or I'm not research, on settlement, but I do want another settle. All right, let's go down this way. Yeah, we got some map here we got to unlock. All right, we do need one more settle, which I do want to do. Okay, I didn't know Queen of or Friend of Way was free. That really helps us out. All right, we can actually buy another building here. That brickyard is kind of calling my name, and I think that is a yes. So that's good. Put brickyard in right here. That way we can definitely get these hides next turn. All right, so yes or no on the steel. That is a yes. Great. Okay, may the might of the Lord cause no enemy to resist me, no enemy to follow me. Axamite inscription. Yeah, I end up building steel quite a bit. I also want to see the snow on this. Take a quick look at that. You know, that'd be pretty nice. Pretty nice look at. Oh, it looks like there's some deer in the back there because of the hides. All right, beautiful, beautiful. I love that right there. That also injects 200 gold into my empire. Maybe it's half. Regardless, it's money, and I can take it. All right, so let me check again. Looks like not Baghdad. Okay, so we have no wonders, which is fine. We need to build up our infrastructure anyway. So we at least have our other stuff getting us more science. Yeah, see, we're making science exponentially here. So our altar gives us a science on quarters, okay? And since all of our buildings are next to our palace, we get science for each building. So we're looking pretty solid, honestly. Pretty solid. So we got one here for, you know, just being the, what we call it, for the attribute. So we got one on here for the attribute. And then we got, let's see, we got 2 science here, another 2 here, and that's from, you know, having quarters adjacent to the palace, on top of the fact that we have our policy plugged in for getting 1 science adjacency to all buildings. So, yeah, it's adding up. It's adding up. And we don't even have our library in yet. All right, we could go for this. I'd say it's time to head out here and probably... Oh, actually, you know what? It's time to grab these crabs. One, that's 35 gold. That's great. We're going to grab... I could grab the other crabs and then do both. That would be pretty good, actually. Do want to get these hides, though. It is kind of imperative. Yeah, we're going to grab hides. All right, so we're grabbing hides. I will support this because that actually really increases my science even more because I'm getting 6 science off of her and then the 25% on my... dang it. I wish I had more influence. I'm going to have to accept this. It doesn't hurt to have Trunk Trot kind of end up liking us. Yeah, she's already given us a thumbs up. All right, so we could keep the happiness, which I'm not opposed to. I'm going to drop this, what, like half a gold? Okay, yeah, because I'm taking more. I'm taking more production, baby. All right, so you have 2 warehouse buildings, so I'm going to help you grow even more. So there we go. Yeah, wherever the most warehouse buildings are, that's where we want our crabs to be. All right, so we're going to let Baghdad grow up a bit. We've acquired our thing. We could get in the water. I don't like that, so we're just going to move. Maybe we can get up here. That looks like that might be a tile we can reach. All right. I'm going to go this way. Yeah, this survey is really... Man, playing survey with Battuta is insane. Oh my goodness. We actually have met everybody in our homelands, by the way, so there's no one over here. So we could keep kind of settling along the bottom here if we want. We could also take 1 extra limit, and if we want to, we could war Xerxes. I'm not really feeling that. I'm just saying we could. Also, Xerxes, for some reason, likes to settle low. I don't know why. I'm wondering if he settles low because... Well, no, he's the Achaemenid. He's not the King of Kings. Oh, and then right when I say that, he puts another settling. Good for him. Good job, buddy. All right, do we want to change our policies at all? Let's take a look here. You know what? We could drop this culture on the palace. It is going to hurt us a little bit, but we can also grab 10% towards constructing and 10% towards purchasing warehouse buildings, which I think is a great idea. So we'll plug that in. Pretty much doesn't help Baghdad any, but it does help us in the purchase department, which we are kind of in the market for right now. So we could do this altar. Oh, you know what? This altar is actually better than I thought, or this mysticism is better than I thought, because that's +1 settlement, or +1 science and quarters. You can really bump up your science in a lot of other areas. That's really good. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. That's really good. Okay, so we do have an opportunity for flax. We do have an opportunity for... Really, we don't have many mines here, do we? Not really a lot of mines. Okay. So where do we want to go in this area? I don't know. I don't know. I do want to kind of up this a bit. Honestly, the granary is going to be great because we got a plantation here. Looks like these will probably turn into woodcutters next stage. You can kind of tell with the type of trees that are on that. We'll see, and, you know, once we get to exploration, if I was right or not. Hopefully we can mark that. I think maybe we come out this way. I could put a granary here, and then I could put my gristmill on top of it. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just get this fishing key. We'll put that right there. That gets us over here. Honestly, we could also do a gold building here. Also, I could put my fishing key here and got a gold building out here, which probably would have been a better idea. And we could put the lighthouse there if we get that far. All right. Actually, I do want to keep this open for a 3 now, so yeah, I changed my mind on that. You know what? We'll just do a granary. Could put it there. You know what? I'm going to go all the way out here. Why not? Do we want to finish building up with a brickyard too? Let's hold off. Let's let Samara chill out for a bit. Let's go to Almal as well, because it actually has the crabs. We can get a galley. It's a useless galley, but it would be a great defense. I mean, it's going to secure defense pretty much forever as long as Parse is alive, or as long as Xerxes is, I mean. We do want to get a, I'd rather get a saw pit though. There we go. So in my opinion, one thing is if you don't have a lot of, expansionist or scientific, I say we go down the science tree some more. Even though the expansionist would be pretty good, because after you get past this, you start getting some great stuff. Look at that. There's a legend for us as Battuta, plus 50% towards converting towns. Really good. Really good. We could do tech masteries. That would be helpful. We can get extra science in all of our towns. We could just push the science harder, honestly. I do like this. We'll grab that later. Yeah, I'm going to keep pushing my science. So yeah, we're up to 47 now. We're about 3rd place. Really not bad. Really not bad. For science, I mean. In fact, we could even up it further. Let's get some flax in here if we want to move things around, which we might. I think we might do that. Apparently, I have to lose 10% of my gold. I don't have enough influence to prevent that, so we're going to do that. Diplomatic action, I can only accept this, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty short on the stuff here. Well, I only have 1 city, so honestly, that influence would be very nice for me, so thank you, Himiko. As long as you stay friends with me and not anybody else, that's fine. Likes leaders with the fewest conquered. Yep, he's going to like me more. All right, we could synergize. I say we go into... We could do public life. What are we feeling? What are we feeling? Because these probably will be my cities. I kind of like keeping my cities centralized. So I do kind of want to get a settle out here. I want to kind of settle out here more if we could. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can still do our settle here if we wanted. That's actually not a bad idea. I wasted all my gold, though. So I can't do it. All right, can't do that. Code of Laws gets me another policy slot, though. You know what? Yeah, let's head for Code of Laws right now. Let's get that policy slot, and then we can kind of work off of that. The production's great. I'm actually going to take some of it out. I would rather have a little extra science and culture. There we go. Perfect. In fact, we could even get more gold out of the hides if we wanted to. No, we'll leave it. We'll leave it for now. Yeah, because we don't need to worry about that too much. All right, so, wow, pretty spread out, honestly. Let's get up here. Man, everybody got flax this game. Jeez. Everybody got a little piece of the pie. All right, Darthahit. Oh, this is from Hattusa. I don't even know where Hattusa's at. Actually, how am I looking, by the way, for explored tiles? Let's take a look at that. I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad. I'm not banking on this free settler, but hey, it's nice to know. I want to try to get mathematics so I can do the projects. Even if not, I want to get to mathematics first so I can get the lovely... great library, if possible. Oh, okay, Kusakuru. I thought he placed another town. All right, everybody's at 3. I don't know why she's at 3 of 6. That's insane, but good for her on that. All right, so it looks like that got snagged. That's fine. I actually want to come up this way and start searching over here anyway. Yeah, because we got this guy for over here. That actually is perfect scouting. All right, not ideal, but we should be safe for a turn at least. Yeah, you're closing in on me. Can I somehow kind of... slip through, maybe? Ooh, does not appear so. Okay, well, we're going to go take 1 hit instead of possible 2, and I can actually kind of escape this way. I'm just going to accept this. I'm going to kind of save my influence a little bit. I need to actually get some stuff to up it. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, man, I'm loving everything I'm seeing. I do want another settler. How much is that going to cost us? All right, so that's 100, and it should be the same everywhere. Okay, yeah, settler purchase is the same everywhere. I feel like I want to come up here. About right there looks really good for me, honestly. I kind of like that spot. Far enough away from me. I wouldn't be able to get that silver, but I kind of like the locale. All right, anyway, back to the production. I think we should go ahead and secure our market. We got a lovely 6 here. Oh, right, the 7. All right, there is this as well. Do like the idea of getting science on my stuff. That would kind of lean more into our thing. So, do we want to miss out on 1 gold? We might as well. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's stick close to where we are. Yeah, let's stick close to where we are. I do want a barracks, of course. That is happening. And then we'll go ahead and secure the garden as well. All right, yeah, we'll build those up. Get that going. We do have to move our production. The jade's nice. How about we get out here? Oh, 3 food, huh? Yeah, let's go ahead and secure... actually, no, let's secure this. We're getting production. Then we can get our lovely silver if possible. All right, let's get up here. Let's start exploring the land. Goodness, look at that. Just search off. It's insane. Ooh, I would search this? I'm going to run away. Yeah, we're out of there. See you later. I don't need to be there. We're going to take a hit. We knew we would take that hit. All right. I didn't think I'd get hit twice. This guy's going to die. Let's just get the search off. There's Hattusa. Unfortunate that we are going to lose that scalp, but so be it. We still got this guy. Let's run off. All right, we're going to take a hit. That's not what I wanted. Can we get... Yeah, let's get up here. Should we go down for it? Yeah, let's go down for it. Let's take it. Ooh, yeah, let's soak in that beauty. No, do not hit next turn. I could buy a building. No, we said we wanted this settle even if she takes all this, so we're going to buy a settler next turn. I want to be up to my settlement limit. Being under it really doesn't benefit me at all. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our person. And she just settled, so that might have closed out the settle spot. There goes our guy. That's unfortunate. Looks like pyramids got built by Himiko. That's not a surprise. Lost our guy. Looks like we have Lafayette. It likes us more. All right. Unfortunate on the pyramids, but not a big deal. Do we have a wonder to build is the question. I don't think we do. Not. Can we even build Colossus? I think it's already been taken. Oh, yeah, it's already been built. So, yeah, we don't need to worry about that. We could go for Bursa, but that's 2 whole turns away, which means our celebration is useless. Yeah, because our celebration only lasts for 3 turns. So let's grab the influence. We'll hold on to that. We haven't really done tech mastery, so we'll just keep the construction for now. Or, well, actually buying stuff cheaper. Let's grab the palace culture again, help us kind of get ahead. All right, we're at 199, so she settled there. That does shut out this, so that settle will not happen. We can still settle around here, just not there. Actually, if we settle next to it, would that work? Tick her off. Oh, well, we could do this. I think over here would probably be pretty good. I mean, we're not getting those dies, but it would secure at least a few resources. I'm not really feeling that. No, that location doesn't feel good to me. What about over here? Now, I can get behind this. That's actually not a bad spot. Yeah, we'll lose this, but we still have that. We still have this one location left. You know what? Maybe I should try to come out here. He will hate me. I would hate me too. But it does secure a nice, lovely area if we want to go for resort towns, which actually I really don't. But then there's this. We're going to come out for this. Actually, I think that settle looks pretty good. Let's do that. We're going to do the one we recommended. So let's buy that. We're going to let this stuff grow. I'm going to settle right on this island. It's going to be a great area for us. And hey, look at that. We now have room for more heights. Perfect. All right, 65 science. Hey, we're starting to really stretch ahead on the science. It's good. All right, I don't like any of this, so I'm going to fall back. Let's just fall all the way back. Chan being violent today. Lose 100 science for 2 turns and get 50 gold. That's useless to me. I don't care about that. Yeah, that's dumb. Samara's growing beautifully. We got some guys around here. I do have enough influence. I might be able to befriend another independent, which would be a good idea. All right, good. We got ourselves a tradition slot, which we could use for the... We don't have a mastery, so right now I'm going to take the influence per turn. Kind of need that. Where's Hattusa at? I'm going to befriend this guy. Yeah, I want to befriend him. One, he can get me a settlement limit, which is kind of the main reason. The crabs are nice. Let's go out here for the silver. That's kind of what I want. Unfortunately, it's taking 7 turns to grow, which is not great. All right, good. We got more flax. That's really good. All right, now where are we at? We could syncretize. Let's actually check our syncretism. Yeah, we could get science or happiness adjacency from the palace, which actually would be very good for us. The rest I really don't care about. Yeah, these buildings are great, but I don't think you get anything out of... Other than this one. Punic Port, I agree with. That's actually really good. Oh, wow. We can get the Royal Library, too, from Assyria. Oh, wow. 3 science, 2 codex slots, happiness adjacency for rivers, and science adjacency for wonders. And then the Citadel, you get 3 production and 2 happiness on flat terrain, and +1 production adjacency to wonders. That's really big. Yeah, the Assyria infrastructure would really snowball our science. It really would. I think I'm going to go for our happiness, though, just to make sure. So let's go ahead and secure that, unless we want to go for some more wonders. Actually, you know what? I do want to try to go for Oracle. It's probably a late Oracle, but we're going to go for it anyway. Trade opportunity with Parsa. Actually, we will trade with Parsa. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take a bit more in the science department. Yeah, it's -3 production, but it's not like we're doing anything crazy in here. But yeah, let's try to trade with Parsa. He also has some silver in here, which is more food and gold for us. So yeah, let's trade with Parsa. Try to make him like us. Oh, never mind. He, like, hates us. Yeah, he hates us. All right, can I, like... There we go. Maybe we befriend Chan, huh? All right, let's try to get these not settlers, these scouts away from danger. I'm going to settle that. That'd be a great way to control that land and ocean. All right, so what we got here? Diplomatic action. Oh, yes. The fact I can accept that for free is even better. Actually, my friend, are you out? Do you like anybody else? Good. Good. That's how it should be. You stick with me, okay? Now, I could do a farmer's market, but we're already allied with her. We could ally with Trunk Troc. Does she hate anybody? She's just neutral and finds me helpful, so let's see if she'll take an alliance. She does accept the alliance, so we do have League of Legendary Friends. That's really good for us. We do have that option available now. Now, I know other people are always like, oh, hey, don't ally. That's dangerous. You're going to get into fights all the time. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm dead. Oh, we found the Great Barrier Reef. Ooh. Ally, incorporate Gutierrez, incorporate it, and then never be connected to my land. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah, maybe we do it. My only downside for, like, doing this is it's so far away, I can't really... I'd have to protect it very carefully, which is annoying. Either way, it's up there. Actually, how close are we on the map? Unleash. We are over halfway, definitely over half, so we're getting better. All right, we got built now. Oh, Maui. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about Maui. All right, there's Bursa unlocked. I don't know if Bursa's been built. Can we escape? Apparently so. All right, I will support this. I'm just here for the science, baby. I'm here for the science. The fact they gave me Queen of Law in this game is insane, and they put her right next to me. Man, that is fantastic. Okay, we're going to try to build Bursa. There we go. See if we can get that out of the way. Now I do care about production, but we can't really get it back right now. All right, can we escape the troubles of life? Looks like a little bit. Before we hit next turn, do I have enough money? Samara, we could. Okay, so Samara's at 11 production, and Almazwil is at 12. So Almazwil has one more production. I'm going to convert you to a city. Let's get that done. Actually, let me cancel real quick. Yeah, we do want this as a city. We got a wonderful gold tile we can work with. All right, science tiles. We do have at least a decent double here that we can work with. I know we'll lose that hide, but it is what it is. But yeah, we can get some productions out of this. Might end up losing that eventually. But yeah, we got the jade. Yeah, I like this. So as we'll do this one first. Let's just go ahead and take a look at Samara, though, just to see how it looks. It does have some doubles, of course. We got double here, double here. Actually, if we put a wonder there, we'd get 2 triples. So that's not bad, but I think Almazwil is further along as well. They are both at 10 as well. Also, it's just right. So let's go ahead and secure this, because I saw it has a few more turns than the other. So we've got that located. Let's go ahead and secure a harbor first. Get a little extra production. After that, so we've got our stuff here. We should go ahead and definitely put down a library. And a barracks. I'll just secure those, and then we'll see about the rest. As for an amphitheater... Oh, wow, I went so far I didn't even research my monument. I ain't changing her now. Alright, this is 4 production, which is straight fire. We're going to remove this, so we are going to be hurting on food a lot, but I'm here to build up my area. That's the goal. Alright, you're at 17 food. Actually, I do kind of want to keep the... Nah, we're going to focus on production. We need that production. So let's focus on that. All right, let's move on. Oh, wait, we do have a market. Let's go ahead and put those in, too. So I want a market here. I also want a garden there. Let's confirm that. Now, let's actually kind of cheese this a little bit. Watch this. So we're going to crush it. Boom. I'm going to bring this up. It doesn't matter. There we go. So we got both of those secured in there. Let's bring our stuff back up. All right. So now that we've crushed that tile, we can go ahead and just move this guy. And boom, look at that. We now have 3 production and our silver. So, yeah, if you want to plan things out, go ahead and crush the tiles. But be careful. Crushing too many tiles and you will lose you might lose a decent amount of production, so just be wary of that. Okay, he's being attacked by stuff. I'm going to leave that be. I don't really care. All right, let's grow our city. Oh, lovely. Let's secure this silver as well. That's 40 gold. All right, so support this for more culture. Yeah, we will support that. I do kind of need a bit more culture. It's kind of obvious we're going for science. We're doing very well. As for culture, we're actually not doing too bad, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. We now have 2 cities, but I don't care. Actually, how many cities does Himiko have? 1, 2, 10? Just the 1. Okay. Hey, we've made our location. Boom. There is Karwan. Or I don't know how to pronounce that Q. I'm not going to lie. All right, we're going to do a fishing key over here. There we go. Because I want to get over here and possibly put stuff down. So, oh, hey, we got an expansionist attribute point. Don't mind me. Let's go ahead and plug that in. 5% growth rate in cities would be pretty good. I'm going to get food on warehouse buildings. I think I kind of want to go down this way. Because basically the way you want to look at this expansionist tree, which is kind of weird, because you think expanding means, you know, settling outward and stuff. This is for your towns, right? See where we get more population, we get better yields. That's really good stuff. And then we get a specialist limit, but we lose a settlement limit. But now if you come up this way, this is kind of more if you're doing specialists. Like, you get your growth rate to get the specialists. Come down here, you get 15% of your food back for each specialist. Get down here, you get plus 10% food and happiness towards maintaining specialists. So, yeah, it's kind of like, which way are we going? Now, I'm feeling towns. because I think towns is where we're at. So we're going to just get food on everything. All right, I love all this. Ooh, hey, there's a science right there. I'll snag that. Why am I getting double? I don't know why, but I'm going to take it anyway. So, yeah, we're just going to secure all this. I'm just going to take it, hey. You give it to me, I'll take it. All right, Himiko likes leaders with science and gold buildings in their settlements, so she's liking me even more. All right, let's snag this bad boy. I'm going to take the gold. A little extra gold. Go a long way here. Let's pop this off. All right, not bad. All right, start trading. Beautiful. All right, so what we got in here? We got more crabs, more other stuff. Before I do that, have we even researched the thing for it, is the question. Where is our GDP? Our GDP, so there's one all the way over here for skilled trades. That's GDP for imported resources assigned to cities. All right, any other GDP? I'm not seeing it in here. The other GDP would probably be in here. Yep, and that's from gold buildings. 2 per turn for gold buildings. I don't think there's any other GDP in here. Oh, we're already on mathematics. Fantastic, fantastic. All right, yeah, I'm not seeing any more GDP at the moment. Let's actually check how we're winning, if we're winning. All right, so we're down culturally. We're actually not too bad culturally. Economically, not terrible. It's funny to say that because we have 8. We can shoot this up. It's real easy. Military, 4th place. It's not bad. And we have 1 point. Someone has 7 somehow, so we're okay scientifically. I'm not sure where they got that 7, but hey, I'm not going to ask questions I don't want the answers to. All right, so let's move on. All right, so what got built now? That was Emil Bell. That's fine. All right, looks like we got Thunderstorm on the horizon. Okay, foreign trade's great. All right, let's go ahead and grow some more, shall we? I think some production would be pretty good. Also, we can get to this cotton. Yeah, let's go for the cotton. There we go. Secure that cotton. Low happiness. Why are you unhappy? -2. And I can't give you an altar to fix that. That's kind of annoying. Oh, wow, this is actually great for, like, having access to, like, a bunch of stuff if we need it. All right, this guy's going to die. I already saw it. Let's move that along. Perfect. Okay, one thing here. I just noticed this. Let me take a look at this. Oh, that's what Kyoto did. Oh, she could end up getting these, okay, I'm starting to see what's happening. Yeah, I really don't, I don't mind that at all, really. All right, let's move on. And there's Fukui. Okay, see, this is what I was talking about. One, I talked about my scout dying, so that happened. Poor guy. Poor soul. He actually did a lot for me, though. All right, there's Oracle unlocked. There's City Guard. Any policies when you want to change? I don't think so. We're going to keep this movement in sight for now, just to really kind of keep things rolling, so we can get more of the map figured out. Ooh, Research Engineering. I get a wildcard attribute. Guess what? I already did that. I already did that. All right. Oh, I will take a Codicy. You kidding me? 100% I'll take a Codex. All right, let's secure this. There we go. So, looks like she did Fukui, so 2, 4. So she's up to 4 settlements now, and so am I. She can still settle more than me, which means they went through the culture tree more effectively for what they're doing. All right, so let's take a look here. So -10, more trade routes than him. I even traded to him, which is even funnier. Just saying, that is funny. Okay, we're going to do syncretism real fast. All right, I'm going to get that out of the way because it's 4 turns. We got a wildcard attribute. We could just keep going science. +10 per age for every alliance. That's 20 extra science for me because I have 2 allies. Anything else I'd want to get into? I could go down my expansionist tree more, get a population in my towns. New towns start with an additional population. I could grab this, get 4 corners unlocked. Hey, get more gold. Get happiness. Happiness is never bad. Culture. We are hurting culturally, so we could do that. That's not a terrible idea. I kind of like a lot of these, honestly. I do kind of like a lot of these. Let's go with the population. Yeah, let's do the population. All right, so yeah, let's secure the cotton. All right. Grow our other town over here. We could do... I don't want to eat into my city. I want to do this because I can get these... yeah, boom, look at that. All right, gorgeous. Oh, that gypsum's just out of range. So actually, Karwan here could actually do something if we wanted to, too. This actually works out great now that I'm looking at it, because now I can get my happiness back. And Samara, what do we want? We could get food and production out of this, which isn't a bad idea. Yeah, there we go. We can get more food, more production, more gold. Triple threat right there. Yeah, we would only get 1 extra food out of this, so really this is giving me way more. Yeah, and there we go. So that fixes our happiness problem in Karwan, so we're getting a lot more in that regard. Let's pop this off. Looks like everybody's wanting to get up to their 4th settle now, which I'm not surprised by. All right, so let me get over here. So, Almazwil is finishing things up. We can't build Oracle here. Can we build Oracle here? We can. I don't like that. Now this, I can get behind. It doesn't really offer anything, but it does offer an adjacency for this guy to take advantage of if we get out this way. So there is that. Oh, there's also over here. We do lose this later. So this could be an early prep. Also makes a +3 if we need it. I think I might be down for that. I'm surprised I can't build Oracle here. I should have this tile. So why am I not allowed to build Oracle in Almazwell? It just needs rough terrain. I could even put it right here. Like that's rough tundra. Why do I not have the ability to build a wonder? There's other specifics for this that I don't know about. Must be placed on rough terrain. That's all it says. So I don't know why it's saying I can build it around here, but I can't build it there or even there. Interesting. Interesting. Well, before we pick it, let's finish Bursa first. I don't want to be placing down multiple wonders when we could lose it. Hopefully I can get Bursa. That would be great. Okay, we are competing for a wonder. I can't... Where is she building it? I can't... Okay, so she just started, so I should get it, but you know how the AI loves to snipe. All right, so Drunk Trog's happy with me. Good for her. I really don't want to research that, so let's see if we can get through here. Okay, that scout's gonna die. All right, yeah, let me check this again. Okay, yeah, I'm not getting... Interesting. Interesting. All right, well, we're gonna move on. Yep, let's just move on. All right, what got built? Petra got built. That's not a surprise. And there's Bursa for us. There are to be seen at this day certain ruins of the city walls. Leo Africanus. Beautiful. That is a great spot for Bursa. Wonderful. It would have been a +3 on gold, so there is that. But with Bursa now in place, we now have a 5. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for gold. And then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 for gold here. So we got great gold adjacencies on these tiles, especially with Bursa in place. Also with Bursa, trade routes cannot be plundered. And all districts in this city adjacent to coast get walls, so I have walls as well. Beautiful. All right, moving on. Yeah, let's secure the camels. It's actually a great time to get camels. Oh, I can get the horses, too. I forgot about that. Oh, I'm glad I settled there. All right, so Bursa, we got Oracle. I know I keep checking this. Oh, see, now I can build Oracle. What's the deal? I don't know why I kept saying that. All right, so this is our only mountain, to be fair. We have no other mountain spots. Now, if we go here, we can have a double forever. And we can also put it here and keep a double. Oh, and then we would have a double there, too. That is not bad. If we go here, we have some options. It is 1 extra turn. We do have to think about that. Oh, actually, if I go here, I keep doubles forever. So actually, that's a great way to put Oracle in. So we're actually going to shoot right up to do Oracle right now. I know it's 1 extra turn than it is for Baghdad. I am actually not growing Almazwell at all. I just noticed. We got to fix that. Honestly, this is great because now we can get an amphitheater in here. Yeah, look at these doubles we can work with. Let's go ahead and put this double here. I want my amphitheater there. I like it. All right. Looks good. Let's get that amphitheater plugged in. That's going to really boost us. So apparently Almazwell is not growing at all. So we got to fix that. Yeah, we're going to fix Almazwell growing. So let's put those crabs in. Oh, hey, we can actually get this as +4 food as well. Oh, we have more flax. We could increase our science. I don't want to knock this out. We're basically all 3 of these. It's helping me make my amphitheater in 3 turns. But once Baghdad's pretty much finished up, which it is for the most part, we can focus on other things. I'm going to get me a harbor in here. All right. Now, I can buy an altar, and I think I should buy an altar in Samara, because that is science we can work with. Because look at that. There's another science right there. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, let me get in here, put this brickyard in. Boom. Another science. Just jumped us again. Science. All right. So, yeah, as long as we play our card... Oh, you didn't attack me. I'm out of here. So, as long as we play our cards right, we should be able to... Well, we should be reaching mathematics first, I hope. I don't see anybody else reaching it yet. So, looks like we might have that. And if so, we're going straight for library. All right, so what got built now? The Great Lighthouse, that's fine. Oh, man, quit attacking me, guys. Leave me alone, please. Leave the guy alone. All right, we've unlocked Pyramid of the Sun as well. And now we can make projects faster this age. Yeah, get in the water, please. Okay, yeah, he's dead. Right. Yeah, there's nothing else we could do for that. All right, so let's secure. All right, so this is 2 production, 2 culture, 1 happiness. Yeah, we might as well secure this. 45 gold as well. All right, as for you, I'm going to go for the... Yeah, we'll go for the brickyard here. Or not brickyard, this woodcutter. Hopefully we can get these sheep. As for your growth, the crabs aren't bad. Those are pretty good. I say we go right here. All right. And Samara, you're still growing, but we can convert now, and I think we probably should. For 100 gold, we're not going to get any cheaper. I'm just going to get the money. Yeah, let's get our 3rd city online. I think having up to 3 is great, especially when everything suggests that 3 or less. And I'll show you what I'm... well, you guys probably already seen what I meant by that, but like if we go to scientific here, I think minimum of 3 is ideal. Because, like, look right here. If we had specialists, we get +2 on them if we have 3 or fewer cities. So might as well have 3 cities, right? Go to cultural here. Same thing. 3 or fewer. So having at least 3 cities, in my opinion. Oh, look, resource capacity +2 if you have 3 or fewer cities. So having at least 3 is not a bad go of it, in my opinion. Especially if you have the productions. Look at that, 21 now. And that's even without anything slotted in this. So, like, we're ready to rock, and I'm going to go ahead and rock it. So we're going to go ahead and pop that in. Boom, city. We got that in. Oh, we can build Pyramid of the Sun in 10 turns. That is 2 culture on quarters in this settlement. Let's see where we could put it. It might actually be helpful. Let's see if we put it here, we get a double forever. All right, so there's that option. We could go here. I don't like going there. We are going to lose these adjacencies. Sadly, flax and hides, as we said, go away. So that is an unfortunate bit of news. We could go here. No, we have a great gold tile that we can work with. We also have a great gold tile right here we can work with. So yeah, we should go here. So there's Pyramid of the Sun. Is there any purchase I can make? There is not. If there was, I was going to go for a barracks. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and kind of plot out our land. Actually, no, let's focus on Pyramid. We're going to focus on Pyramid of the Sun first. We're going to get that out of the way. I could see if I could build it in Baghdad, but I think Baghdad is going to do my other one because I'm going to go straight for this bad boy, Great Library. It's 3 innovation points. It's an innovation building. So we want to do Great Library because we are kind of doing a science game. That's kind of my build right now. Oh, okay. Samara did have this. So both of them are building wonders. We can get back in since it's still the same turn. So you're 5 turns on Oracle. We just got to Pyramid of the Sun, but that doesn't mean we are guaranteed Pyramid of the Sun. So we should take a look at our resources. Baghdad, I think, can lose some stuff if we need to. I think it's about that time. You're growing wonderfully, so you don't need any food. Yeah, we're going to drop a hide in here for more production. And Baghdad, we can start moving towards other areas. Like the flax, we can increase more of this. The gold we'll focus on later. Yeah, so let's do that. I don't really feel like switching out to get 1 extra production, but let's see here. Still 10 turns? Oh, look at that. It is now 9 turns for Pyramid. So we shaved a whole turn off by putting those hides in there. So yeah, let's continue on. All right, so what got built now? We missed... okay, Wei Yang Palace got built. All right, so we missed out on Oracle. That is unfortunate. We got our syncretism. Is there any other wonder we can build in Al-Mazwil? Probably not. All right, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and finish up our buildings in Al-Mazwil for now. Let's do our syncretic option. I will admit Carthage, the Carthaginian ability. Oh, man. But let's go ahead. We're going to do our tradition slot and have adjacency to the palace for this. Sadly, it's just the palace, so really these are kind of more like build up our capital, which is still fine, honestly. We're doing great. We're going to keep this, so 2, 4, 6, 8. We're at 8 on this. Has somebody already acquired the getting 9? Not yet. We can get a tradition slot next stage, 2 culture for every policy or tradition slot. We might go for that. We'll see. We're 1 shy. Ooh. Himiko, send it that way. Send it that way, my lady. Oh, man, dude. They should not have put Himiko next to me. I'm telling you that right now. So, Trunk Trock has decided to spy on me. And we're allied. Isn't that a fun bit? All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves another settlement limit. I think it's about time for that. Yeah, we're up to 4. Luckily, our 4 is very powerful. Karwan, we're going to try to build up more. I could buy a building, which I will. Let's put a saw pit in right here. I could put a brickyard in for this gypsum. We probably will do that. In fact, I'm probably going to grab that gypsum next turn. Do you really have to do that to me? All right, I think that might be all of my scouts. All right, what got built? Mundo Perdido. That is not a surprise. All right, so it looks like we are competing for a wonder, which would be Pyramid of the Sun. Right now, Himiko is going to beat us to that. Let's see if we can maybe make some moves on that. I don't know. My guess is probably not. I got 3 turns on this academy. Oh, that's a 3. That's nice. We're going out here, though. So let's get that academy rolling. Oh, perfect. It'll end right when I can get my other wonder. All right, so she's building Pyramid of the Sun. Someone beat me to 9 policy slots. Oh, well, it is what it is. All right, so do we want to move our camel? I would like to. My only issue is I don't think I'm going to be able to pace her production, really. I'm going to go ahead and put this gypsum in, of course. Let me see here. I don't really think I'll be able to outpace it, in all honesty. Let's see here. I'd have to keep the food going into Al-Mazwil because it's not growing otherwise. So there's that. Yeah, it's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. I think we're going to have to leave it. Yeah, we're not going to get it, but might as well just move on ahead. Just let it be. Yeah, so we'll lose this here in a turn or two. I don't know why you have a settler down here. Please go away. You shouldn't be settling that close to me. All right, we got ourselves a migrant from Hattusa. 5 food for both leaders in their cities. I will support this. That's actually a lot of food for me. That's a ton of food. Oh, yep, I will support that as well. That's really going to boost my science even further. I think Himiko's high on my heels. Yeah, she's very close with the science, so we have to be careful. All right, so we have 3 turns here. I have no other stuff. Let me get this altar real quick. That's going to help get me a lot of science. And then amphitheater, not really going to work out for me, but we will go ahead and put in an academy. Yep, might as well put the... Actually, I do like this because we could put a wonder here and kind of really boost around it if we need to. So yeah, let's do that. All right, so we got those planned out for us. All right, what's next? Ah, yes, we finished our... Oh, this might actually work. So let me drop this. Drop this. Oh, that makes it exactly... Okay. Well, that's fine. You're not building a wonder anyway. See if we can pump this up. I don't think we're going to make it, but I'd rather try now that I have the ability to. We're probably going to miss it this turn or next. What got built now? Nalanda. Okay, that's not a surprise. Circus. Alright, let's get those out of the way. Lose 10% of my culture. I'm just going to reject that from Xerxes. Really wish I could offer him something to not hate me. Nah, I'm just going to leave it be. He's at 5 of 6 also. He's actually ahead of me in settles. Ooh, do I want to support this? I'm getting a lot of stuff from people now. I will support that, actually. I gotta be careful. I'm running low on influence, though. Let's try to get our wonders built. Yep. I'll at least have 2 turns of that for other stuff. I'm going to... Okay, I have no scouts left, so that's useless to me. This works. Take that out, put this in. There we go. Yeah, let's run a government that is at full capacity. I don't even think I have any extras, though. Alright, let's hit this guy off. Ooh, more hides. Don't mind if I do. Also, that's production I can definitely use. You know what? I am going to drop this flax, which seems like a bad idea, but I'm about to build a wonder next turn. So, okay, what got built? That was Terracotta Army. Not a surprise. Alright, we can be Bulgaria. We finished 3 altars. We've unlocked Great Library, which is definitely happening right now. 3 turns on that. That's insanely good. Okay, so we could go here. Makes this a great gold tile. Not really worth it, though. I could go on either of these tiles, and that's a yes for me. Because, oh wow, yeah, it's going to be a +3, or, my bad, a plus, oh yeah, it is +3. It'll be a +4 for most of the age. Even not, it'll be a +3 for a long time. Plus we go here, that makes a +3 if we need it. So yeah, let's go there. That's our great library. Hopefully we can acquire that. Alright, let's grow our city. Let's secure sheep. We want some sheep, maybe? Yeah, let's go ahead and acquire some sheep. Apparently I have another growth. I didn't realize that. I could reach out to those hides. Let's do it. Alright. Now, I am feeling rather light on the military. How am I doing on this? Oh, 4. Not bad. Alright, diplomatic action. Lose 10% of my gold. I'm going to reject this. Yeah, we need to make sure we have enough to keep rejecting him. Otherwise, we will have problems. In here, let's go ahead and get an altar. Get a little extra science. And let's get our brickyard in. There we go. Yeah, because we got that. Really, we could go for the horses. That's about it. But I want fishing in Kaiwan. And then we'll feed that into all 3 of our cities, which will be great. I do want to get another town in place. I should do that, but we don't have the limit until a few more turns in. So, all right, we're 2 turns on Pyramid. How is she looking on Pyramid? Looks like she's a bit ahead of me, so we'll miss out on a turn or 2. Alexander gets 10%. Ah, I wish I could have got the 15%. Dang it. Oh, well, I'll take the 6 culture anyway. I mean, our goal is science, but this really helps when you go science tree, so that's kind of why we look at that. Okay, we could go down this route. This is out of the way, but we could get the lighthouse, which is very nice. Let's go ahead and do masonry, though. Let's at least get our monument. All right. Really, everything's good. This is 4 happiness. That is 2 production. Honestly, looks pretty good to me. I could drop one of these, but I don't really see a need to. So, yeah, let's keep running it as it is. We're not really hurting on happiness too much. Osaka there. Okay, yep, we missed Pyramid like I said we would. So, we've unlocked this. Hey, we'll go for Colosseum then. All right. If it's available, which I think it might be. Alright, where do we want to grow? You know what? Let's, let's shut her out of that. Yeah. You're trying to take things from me, and I don't like it, so... Yeah, we'll acquire that. Let's grow this town. The horses... Yeah, we're going to do the horses, and then we're just going to grab fishing boats. Now, as for this, do we have a wonder? We do have Colosseum, and we can put it right where Pyramid of the Sun was. Yeah, I at least want 1 wonder in all of my cities, if possible. I will support this. That's a lot of happiness for me. That's a ton of happiness. Alright, so... Now that we've got that out of the way, we can start getting codices, which really increase our science as well. I think we should probably go for a villa, though. Unlock that influence and happiness. That'd be pretty good for us. Alright, citizenship. Emil Bell is gone. Oh, that's the wonder ability. Oh, and then we get our happiness on wonders. I forgot about that. Where's the rest of our traditions for that? So that's happiness for wonders. Nalanda's gone. Oh, and then there's the culture on great works. Okay, I don't think we're getting Anchor Wat, but yeah, let's head for this. Terracotta's already gone. Getting Mausoleum would have been nice, but we're kind of beyond that, I think. Happiness in my settlements, I do agree with. We can lose some of this culture here. Let's grab that happiness. There we go. Now we can be a little more reasonable on the happiness tree. All right. Now I'm probably going to see either a loss of a wonder or saying that wonders are being built. All right, we've unlocked the villa. We got our free settler. Nice. Oh, that's right. The one guy still exists. I have him on auto somewhere. Oh, Hattusa helped me out. Sweet. Okay, we can even get another settler if we want. That would be pretty insane. Looks like someone took the +1. The Yakchal. Existing improvement on desert tile. Okay, yeah, that's useless to us. Food on resources isn't bad. Let's grab another settler. That way we don't have... Oh, my bad. We don't even have a settler. We've just unlocked... Oh, wait, no, we did. We did. Sorry. We do have another settler. Okay, look at all this science. This is why I'm really glad we just hunted down mathematics. So yeah, let's go ahead and get our stuff here and get that out of the way. So we have double settles. All right, now that we had this unlocked, 1, 2, 3. All right, we'd miss out on the crab. So actually, I do agree with the settle here. That's actually a fire settle because we can acquire everything we need. That's a perfect settle for us. As for this guy, though, I don't know. We could still do what I suggested. It's not a great idea, but it is an option. I'm not going to fill in the gaps here. That's a dumb settle. Hey, get out of my way. Sorry. All right, what about over here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay. That's speaking to me. That's actually not a bad little town we can work with. Because now we're trying to do towns. Like, that's what Kerwan's for. It's going to feed us. Over here, this could maybe be... Oh, my bad. Over here, we can kind of see what we're doing. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I kind of like this settle as well. This is actually pretty good. So we'll go ahead and secure that. Because really the whole point of my towns is to prop up my cities anyway. I probably won't settle this guy. I'll settle the other one. What did we miss out on? Really? Unmet player built world... Who built Pyramid? What? You're kidding me. I was the first to mathematics and I got beat out of Great Library? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. See, that is so dumb. That is so dumb. All right, well, there's 55 gold to make me feel a bit better about myself, I guess. That is so dumb. How do you beat me on that? Really, how do you beat me on that? Like, that seems ridiculous. All right, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here. Make me feel better about my life. Actually, maybe I should do Spherical Earth. Gives me 5 innovation. Yeah, who beat me to that? I understood Pyramid of the Sun. That makes sense. Like, even with Himiko a turn behind me on that, like, that makes total sense. But Great Library, really? I was the first to mathematics, and my production's insane. Yeah, that's one of the few things I complain about in this game. It's like, how am I getting one turned on certain wonders when it shouldn't really be happening? Alright, well, we're pretty much locked out of a lot of stuff now. So, what do we want to do? We could put a granary here, gets us one step closer to this mountain if we want to make use of that mountain. Honestly, it's whatever. What else can we do? I see why they want a bath there. It would increase our growth rate. We could just take a monument villa. I don't think there's any adjacency boost. There's not. Alright. Well, if I'm going to get close to this mountain and at least do something with it, I'm going to put a granary here. Let's get that out of the way. And then after that, we'll see what we're going to do. Might do Spherical Earth. I mean, I need to, actually. Alright, so that's a 1 turn. Now it's 3 turns for the villa. Yeah, I knew that would happen. That's fine. I will agree to this. That's a lot of happiness for me. Alright. What else we got? What productions do we run over here now? Alright, so. Yeah, these are still 3. We're going to go ahead and take these, I suppose. Oh, unless we put a lighthouse there, actually. Yeah, let's hold off on the let's hold off on that. Actually, I'm going to build some walls around here. We are next to a thing, so we do want to be careful. Okay, you're going to sleep for me. I don't want you settling. I want him settling. All right, so there's Theoderic. That's great. I'm surprised I got beat out. All right, we got Colosseum at least. So that's at least something. I'm still like, dang. That's crazy. 45 gold. All right. Halicarnassus will probably be stolen from us, but we might as well shoot for it anyway. All right, we got our blacksmith unlocked. Let's go ahead and plug that in for more production. And then we'll see about what's next. All right, over here we got Colosseum. Spherical Earth I'm going to wait on still. All right, we can 1 turn quite a few buildings, so let's 1 turn our library. Oh, wow, that is 3, which we will lose eventually, but hey, I'm going to take it for now. So let's put that in. Let's get our barracks, and then we'll see about the academy and all that. All right, this all looks good. We're kind of production good right now, so let's actually grab some more. I'm going to drop quite a bit of, there we go, quite a bit of production. Let's get some more science and culture. This one we will settle. There's Hawaii. All right, we do have a lot of money. I think our goal, do we really want to build anything here? Because I do want, oh, you know what? I do want to put my fishing key here. Let's get our harbor as well. Great. Okay, we'll go ahead and secure that altar, and we'll leave it at that, because really I just want, I might put something here, and then get a great gold tile. Oh, actually, the gold doesn't matter, because we'll lose the adjacency. For now, let's get the dyes and secure the pearls. Perfect. We can't put anything else in at the moment, so there's that. I would like to buy a merchant. I'm going to send him off to Himiko and trade with her. Yep, see? More trade routes. I could ally myself with everybody, which would be hilarious. Alright, I'm going to change my policy. I don't have many tech masteries. Maybe that would have got me my wonder, huh? Let's put some happiness on these wonders. There we go. All right, now we could get more production and stuff, but we're not doing that. We're here for food. So our wands are going to get us food. I will ally with him. No reason to say no. All right, so that's out of the way. As for our next civic, Nalanda's gone, but we do get 2 innovation anyway. We could go for this. That does give us our culture on our artifacts. Let's go ahead and do skill trades, though. We can up our economics, which is sorely lacking right now. All right, we're in 8th place because people stole stuff from us, which ticks me off. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and trade with... Ooh, I do want to trade with Arna, but I will move for that. For now, let's go with this. All right, because, yeah, Arna's right there, which means I would want a guy from here because it's faster. Yeah, so we're going to trade with Arna. There we go. I could just incorporate Arna, too. It's not a bad idea. Leaves a bit of a hole here that we could fill in if we wanted to, but actually, maybe we will. Let's secure that. That way we have 2 more wonderful things we can grab. You insult me, sir. You insult me with that. I don't have any other wonders right now. Thanks for the reminder. Thanks for reminding me of my failure. Okay, let's go ahead and secure a blacksmith over here, and then we'll secure an arena over here. And then where would I put a bath? Oh, all the way over there? I'm not opposed to it, but we'll probably do spherical earth next. All right, no, you're just going to keep growing. Your job's to grow. Alright, you're gonna go to Arna. I think we should probably incorporate Arna, honestly. Ooh, who went to war? Oh, she declared war on Xerxes. Do I want to do that? Probably not. I don't know if I want to do that. We've entered the I'm very low on settlement limit, by the way. Queen of Wa, I'm actually gonna stay neutral. I know that breaks our alliance, but yeah, I don't really want to be at war with anybody. We are 1 turn away. Does this unlock Halicarnassus? It does. We can try. We can try for it, so we will... Actually, no. I'd rather have... Hold up. No, I already got the area for my settlement, so yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do this. Let's grab... Yeah, give me more culture on my culture buildings. It's actually a decent amount of culture for us to work with. All right, so we're getting closer to the end of the age here, so we really got to pick up the pace here. Give me a market. So we got a 6 and we got a 6. I'm going to want to market out here. My garden should only be 1 turn as well, so get both of these. Do I not have a altar? Oh, it's just because... Okay, I know why I did it. I understand. After that... What do we want to secure? Probably this double here. Yep, so we'll do a amphitheater and a blacksmith there. I don't think there's any productions I really want to move to right now. Oh, you know what? There is. There is one. Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. All right, back to that. Yeah, we're going to move this over to... Oh, right. In that case, yeah, we'll secure that, and then we can shut her out entirely from getting over here. All right, so what do we got? -3, and I did... Oh, well, I founded everything I own. More than 9 tiles away. Let me see how much that's going to hurt me. Not at all. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I'm pretty tight. I'm pretty tight in here, so I settled rather tightly, which works out pretty well for us. All right, this looks pretty good, so let's move on and see what we get. Alrighty. What got built now? Is that Halicarnassus? No, it's Sanchi Stupa. Okay. So there's Halicarnassus. Let's give that a good old try. Can we build it in Baghdad? 5 turns in Baghdad. We could do it. Well... I kind of like this 3, honestly. If I go here, that opens up a 3 here for us because hides go away. All right. What about an Almazwil? We do have the option. All right, that makes that a 2 tile, so I don't want to do that. Anywhere else. This makes a double. This really doesn't do anything for me. Nor this. This does make a double over here. So that gives me an option. So I'm not opposed to that. How many turns is Halicarnassus here? 4 turns. Baghdad has it at 5 turns. That's all right because we moved stuff. How about over here? You can't even build it. All right, so yeah, we're going to go for Almazwil. Let's try to make Halicarnassus here, which actually, the more I think about it, the better it is since it is right on the cusp of, you know, fighting him if we had to. Now, do we want to go here? Or do we want to go here? Both are good options. We've already got our sciences in here. Okay. I suppose this would be where I want it. Yeah, let's go there. Let's move our town growth. I think we should secure 3 production, honestly. Let's secure that 3 production. Keep that at 4 turns. Hopefully we can get that. As for you... Okay, I thought I could get this 2-2, but I guess not. Let's go out here. Oh, wait, hey, there we go. 2-2-1. Yeah. 1-2, 1-2. Go ahead and secure some hides here. I am building wonders. Let's see if we can actually shave that off for both of us. I'm at 4 turns still. Oh, Himiko, great. Yeah, we're going to support that. We're going to try to get back in her good graces. She does like us. It looks like we're the only one she really likes the most. Yeah, we did end our alliance, which does hurt, but we'll get back to allying. I just need her to not be at war with Xerxes. So we want a future tech, obviously. Is there anything we want to... We do need codices, of course. We do need codices. Let's go ahead and get navigation first. What does the codice thing get us? I think it's just science on stuff next age, right? Okay, so we'd get science on great works, so we could just really hammer down on that, so fair enough. 4 happy settlements that were conquered, not going to happen. Have 4 wonders and settlements with 40, and a settlement with 40 happiness. I don't think I can reach. I'm surprised no one's beat me to that. Or done philosophy yet. That's weird. Alright, we got that. That was pretty nice. We found 2 wonders. We haven't found the 3rd. Alright, so that's looking pretty solid. Alright, let's move on. Alright, Samara, give you one of these. Almaz will... Actually, you know what? Drop this and drop this, because you've already done your thing. Yeah, we got to move our production into here. There we go. So we are losing 4 food. Let's see, this is food. That is 5 food, so that's 1 better than this. All right, there's that. We could actually do one of these. There we go. Yep, so you're losing 4 production. It is what it is, but we're trying to get this 1 wonder here. I did shave a turn off. That's pretty good. Yeah, you're just doing normal stuff, so it's fine. All right, we made it. Let's go ahead and trade with Kagoshima. She's got 2 cities there, not bad. That's giving us gold, among other things. I'm not opposed to it, but I do like the happiness more. Sadly, we're not going to take any real advantage to that. Are you still at war with Xerxes? You are, so I can't really ally back with you then. Pone I would have liked, but it's fine. Alright, let's move on. Alright, what is this war? Trunk Truck has declared war on Lafayette. We're going to call, again, we're going to break an alliance. I'm not doing that. I will accept this. Yeah, I have no reason to fight Lafayette, so that's not really... I'm going to stay neutral out of that. Yeah, sorry. I'm not dealing with that. Alright, so what got built now? Monk's Mountain got built. That's a really good wonder. First, to study philosophy was an unmet player. Alright, so let's grow our city. Let's take more production. Yeah, we need all the production we can get right now. Oh, if I'd had that in the Empire, this would have been a great oracle as well, but oh well. Alright, let's move on. Yep, I'm here to grab just a whole bunch of food. I could grab this jade. Not really needed, because these do kind of reposition at age transition sometimes. So sometimes you'll end up working tiles that you weren't working, which I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, we could do literacy. That gets us 2 innovation and a codex. Probably the way to go, honestly. That gets to philosophy. Sanchi Stupa's already built. Monk's Mountain's already built. I mainly just came down here for the GDP. So yeah, let's go ahead and hit up philosophy. Yep, all that's done. Alright, so what else we got? I don't think there's anything we really want to slot. Oh, we can get gold off imported resources. That actually would be pretty decent on us. Yeah, we'll just drop the growth rate. We're already growing pretty well. It might hurt us on a little bit, but not too much. Alright, so let's go ahead and trade with Arna, because now we're making even more. We have the hides, which actually does equal GDP for us now, so we do kind of want to move things around where we can in the cities. I'm kind of fine with that, so let's move on. So the way that GDP works is we should be getting... Yeah, let me get back in here. So, 1 GDP per turn for imported resources assigned to cities. So any type of resource that's imported. So that would actually start climbing us. We're not there, but we will start making more points. The fact we're 3rd place in culture is actually not bad. We're down by 2 for 2nd place. Okay. The science I don't like. We need to pull that up. I'm annoyed with how that worked out. Hopefully we can get some innovation back. Alright, so we're going through the turn. We should be getting Halicarnassus this turn. We did. Fantastic. A vast tomb lies over me in Halicarnassus, of such dimensions, of such exquisite beauty, as no other shade can boast. Lucian of Samosata. Alright, let's see this finish out here. Been a while since I built good old Halicarnassus. What a beauty. So, one upside to that is we now, every time our cavalry die, we get another one. Well, we don't get another one, they come back. I'm rejecting that. Get out of my face. Yeah, dude, you just need to leave. You're ticking me off. Alright, most quarters. Yes, I have to have quarters because I have the God of Wisdom card. Alright, we could future tech, which is really something we should do. But I do want to get these codexes. So we are going to do that. What's this do? Combat, 5 trade range. We'll do currency first. I don't really think we need the trade range, but we have it. All right, so let's get this lighthouse in. Understandable. Understandable. But we're going to go here. Then we can get over here for our culture building. I don't think we have any other wonders. No, but we do need to get chart the stars and spherical earth as well. That is something we need to do, which Baghdad will happily do for us. And they'll be faster, too, because we have a percentage on those. All right, we are 75% of the way through, so we got to get going. Got to get a few more things taken care of. All right, boom. There we go. Codex. Be slotting those in. We have plenty of room for our codices as well. We have plenty of room. All right, so next up on the agenda, let's go for more production, actually. There we go, 60 gold. Pretty good stuff. Let's get the wheel for siege units. Moving on. All right, suzerain, anchor watt. Yeah, the wonders are kind of going. We're not really going for that. It's pretty obvious what type of win we're going for, so we don't really have to worry about that. Let's go out here. We are making a ton of money. It should be time to start setting some of these up for things. That way we at least have the buildings that we want to have. Let me acquire that. It's usually the first one you should grab. All right, we finally have our area open. And we should definitely take advantage of it. So I'm thinking, so that's a 6. All right, we can't go there. So yeah, that's actually perfect. So you put our stuff there for the influence. In fact, if I wanted to, I could put my influence buildings here and just keep the influence rolling, but I really don't want to mess with that. Now, there is one thing I want to do, or not want to, I have to do, which is I have to, put this sheep in here and go ahead and get some more of that. Pretty good stuff. All right, moving on. We have to build up a bit more of a military. Yeah, we have to do that. Also, I need to try to get my other settlement limit. If not, I'm going to settle this near the end of the age, which is not ideal, but it's not bad either. We're not going to do the 4 corners. That's not really going to happen. That's just what it is. Gold, food, or influence. We're kind of nearing the end of the age. Wow, I really don't make that much influence. Yeah, let's grab a bit more influence. Grab another codex here. We pretty much scienced as much as we could. All right, so now moving on. Yeah, let's get another codex. Yeah, we're here to get codices. Actually, I should put down some bridges, honestly, because their base gold is just good enough. All right, so codex, more stuff. Narrative choice, our crisis continues. Let's choose a tech. Now we're down to 6 turns. That's really good. Yeah, let's get these bridges unlocked. 3, 6, 9, 10. Yep, so we're looking pretty good. We don't have any more wonders to build, so it's just influence now. I'm going to take more science on my science buildings. All right. Now, we could build up our culture and stuff. Really not much going on, but we're going to go ahead and get a lighthouse. I want that right there. And after we have our lighthouse in, let's at least do our monument and villa if we could. Really nowhere to go with this, unfortunately. So I think right here is a good monument villa location. All right, crisis continues. Let's just take the influence hit. I don't want to lose happiness. Yeah, so we'll just take the influence hit. Alexander's at war with Lafayette, so we're going to break that alliance too. I don't know why they're all fighting each other, but sure, go ahead. I really don't care. You can all do whatever you want away from me. Do whatever you want away from me, okay? Now, I have noticed, you may have noticed, I've not been taking any specialists. Now, that's probably a good and bad idea in both directions. Could go either or, honestly. In my opinion, maybe I should be taking them, but I'm not. Alright, so we got those out of the way. Let's go ahead and do our amphitheater and arena. Yeah, we unlock culture buildings first. Yeah, so amphitheater and arena. Could I do a bath there? Dang it. Alright, well, it is what it is. After this, we're going to be building up. Actually, I should probably be building a military over doing these buildings, but whatever. Let's fill this in. I hate having open land. That's just me. I hate that. Alright, yeah, El Malsville needs all this production. In fact, even drop this and get me... Actually, you know what? Yeah, put that back in. It is GDP I can work with, so I'll take it. I could move around some of this if I wanted to. Yeah, I don't really care. We'll worry about it later. I'm focused on a specific situation, so... Alright, so there's engineering 2. We've got wonderful bridges. Boom. Yeah, that's 4 gold that just sticks around, so... Alright, we can get a villa in. I might as well plug that in, because that's something I'm almost never going to destroy. Now we're going to go in here. I'll probably switch it back to growing, but hit me up for a trade outpost. That way we can get these wonderful gold buildings. There we go. Get me that lighthouse, too. Oh, yeah, beautiful. I really don't care for a saw pit. I mean, it has a little bit of merit, but I really don't care. Go ahead and give me an ancient wall, too. All right, set me back to growing. Yeah, you're growing in 6 turns, so that works for me. Either way, we got the gold buildings I wanted, so that works. Kerwan, can I get a villa in? Apparently I can. Let's go ahead and plug that in right there. Get me a wall, too. And we can be the Normans if we want. I'm going to wait a bit, but I'm going to set that to a fishing town. We can get a lighthouse in here. That'd be pretty good. All right, now... this, we might actually put specialists in. We might do that. So as you can see, we're getting a 1-1. And the reason is we only have 1 adjacency. So that's why where our specialists come in. This is why you want to deal with adjacencies. We are going to lose this. So this isn't really a good idea to do these. We would have to really focus on getting like a wonder here to bring it back. So now that I know this, let's go ahead. Oh, I almost screwed up. Like here, this would be a good one. We have a 4 adjacency, so that's actually pretty good. But I'm going to just take these crabs here. We'll deal with the rest later. Let's go ahead and secure the jade. Oh, and the pearls. Don't mind if I do. That's great. All right. Nope. Y'all fight each other on your own accords, okay? I'm not going to help you in any way. I prefer, actually, that you all don't help each other. So, all right. So, oh, Al-Fusad, actually. Perfect. So, watch this. We're going to make a ton of money. Ton of money. Look at that. Oh, man. I love those. I kind of wish your markets and stuff would keep it, but then at that point, GDP would be, like, insanely hard. Yeah, look, we're only, like, not even 200 apart, so that's pretty good. We're not great on this, but we're not terrible. We're only 2 behind. Oh, we are 4th place, okay. 3rd place still on this. Oh, we kicked Xerxes off. Okay, so that's not bad. Yeah, so we're doing okay. It's not great. It's not bad. We're doing good. All right, Chart the Stars got completed by someone. Good for them. Got another codex. We've unlocked this, so we can get science on our great works, which we will care about. I don't really care, Xerxes. I don't think you can even really fight me effectively because of what's going on. All right, so we're going to go ahead and finish this anyway because that will give us a population. Oh, someone did it. Never mind. Someone already did this. So in that case, let me go back to this. This probably doesn't even matter then. I mean, we can get more codices, sure, but who cares about that? I want to get future tech. I want more innovation points. I want more attribute points. Okay, so I care about that. Granted, I shouldn't do a few things because there's some things I do want to do. All right, give me more of this, so that'll increase our happiness. You know what? Yeah, go ahead and... Oh, there we go. Put this in. More food. That's all pretty good stuff. Also, it's going to give us points. So that's more GDP per turn. One thing to always look at is GDP per turn. Actually, we can drop one of these, and I might actually get more out of this silk on the culture. So let's find out. 41.7. So, yeah, we got a little bit more out of that. And it's going to get us more GDP. So let's go ahead and plug that in, because now we're currently at 420. Oh, that's a good number. Let's see where we're at next turn. Also, we have gold buildings as well. That's also increasing things, so 12 codes is good for her. All right, we've unlocked astronomy. That's definitely what we wanted. That's, like, the most important thing. All right, so we were at 420. Now we're at 460. Yeah, so we're making 40 points a turn on this. Pretty good stuff. Yes, I will support that. We do have ourselves an attribute point as well, so let's go ahead and plug that in. What did we get? Oh, a scientific. Well, don't mind me grabbing one of those. Let's get our happiness. That's really going to help us get more money and happiness, which is great because we have a ton of buildings. All right, I do need the lighthouse. All right, that's a double. I don't really care for that. Yeah, I'll put this here. Probably end up... Oh, there's a tradition slot. Yay, good for us. All right, let's go ahead and plug that in, I guess. Sure. Actually, we have a ton of masteries now, so that actually is helpful. Do I want that lighthouse? Yeah, we'll put it there. That's fine. Yeah, that's a fine spot for it. I really don't care for the gold or anything. It's more for other things. We do have a bit of money. Let's go ahead and set you to a fishing town. All right, and we can't buy the lighthouse yet, but we can get a garden, and we might as well complete this quarter. I'm going to set you back to growing, because he's growing very well. I do want to get this in soon, but that's a problem. All right, where are we at here? Spherical Earth Project, of course. All right, so do we build up a military, or do we build up walls? Both are great things for us. They're really good. I say we build up a bit of a military first. So let's go ahead and secure... We want horses. So let's just get 3 horses. Yeah, and then we'll keep this warrior here. Because horses for us are the most important, because we have Halicarnassus. So every time they die, they spawn back. All right, we've unlocked Poiesis, which is great. Or Poiesis. Let's go ahead and change our policies. We got 5% for growing since we got gold buildings. There's the 10 turns. Yeah, we have to plug in Poiesis, actually. So 10% towards constructing. Okay, we're done with warehouse buildings for the most part. So let's plug in Poiesis. I need the culture more than anything. I don't think we're going to get it. I'm just going to accept there's no wonders left. If there is, have at them. I really don't care. All right, so let's choose our civic. So we're not going to reach future civic because we have to do a bunch of stuff. I'm going to try to snag this as fast as possible. All right, so let's go into here. We could build up walls. I'm actually going to hit up a culture festival once. How much for an army commander? 2 turns? Yeah, let's hit up an army commander as well. And then let's see how that kind of works with us. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you in here? You need to leave immediately. Yeah, I'm getting a quad for that. All right, so we have no... I like how it shows a 0 as well. We have no adjacencies for these amphitheaters and stuff, so I'm actually going to build up a wall. After the wall, get me a quad as well. We do kind of need to prep a little bit for distant lands if we want to. Luckily, Abbasid's kind of built on not really needing that. All right, give me some more culture and hit me up with some gold and just a little extra money. Can you build your lighthouse? It's 484, so next turn. All right, got ourselves a horse. Yeah, we're just going to plug these guys into the commander up here. That looks pretty good. I think I might settle this. I haven't decided yet. Terracotta army, great. That's gone anyway. So we got a future tech. All right, where are we going? I could actually use people here. So we are going to lose this, but it's still a 2. Or I can go here. And I think this is better because this is a guaranteed 3. Next stage. So that'll stay. All right, now let's move on. Let's secure more science and culture and food. Or production and food, sorry. All right, everything looks pretty good here. Let's get this. And in doing so, we can now set this up to a... Actually, how many turns are you growing? They can grow one more time before the end of the age, so we will. All right, they gave us another scientific. Oh, man, I'm loving these. Let's go ahead and secure science on specialists. We only have one guy, but that's fine. I don't think we're going to get another future tech, but we're going to try anyway. Actually, okay, never mind. We're 2 turns on that. I could maybe hit a future civic. Let me count this out. Let me count this out. I might be able to do it. We don't care about any of this because it's already been taken, right? So this is 2 turns. That's 4 turns. So that's 6. And however much that is. I don't know how much we have left per the age. The 10 turn, like, just started. But, okay, we're ecstatic. Okay. So hear me out. Ready? Policies. I get a culture for great works and joyous. 2 and ecstatic. All right? Now let's go. Okay. You're joyous. Joyous. Okay, so everybody's getting me at least +1. And this one's getting me +2. All right, so let's check a look in here. All right, Baghdad's filled up. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's 12 right there. All right, that's 12. That's 16. So a total of 18 extra culture on the table for me. 19, 20. Right? Yes. That give me up to 2 extra culture. Would that be enough to push me over? Maybe not. You know what? As much as I would like to try that out, I don't think the gambit's worth it. So we're just going to run it. Yeah, we're going to run it. Yeah, let's just finish this out. Yeah, you need to get over here. You need to get into the good old commander. And we'll just move on here. Who has declared war on me? Oh, Xerxes did. Oh, that's a shock. Who would have thought he would do that, huh? Warriors march forward. Do they now? Do they march forward? Well, now that he's declared war on me, I'm going to ally with Himiko again. She might still be at war with him. Let's see if she's going to take the alliance. She accepts my alliance. Yes! Love you, Himiko. Yeah, I want to keep an ally with her. So now that we know that he's on that business, we can kind of move on from there. Get me an ancient wall here. I'm going to buy a quad. Yeah, this is all going to be easy for me. Light work. Light work. All right, put me back in a fishing town. This lighthouse is more important to me than whatever BS he's trying to get on. All right. And we're just going to... How many turns to grow? 5 turns. Okay, yeah, you can grow one more time. I'm going to allow it. Yeah, I'm going to allow these. I just wanted the gold buildings. All right, crisis continues. We're in a celebration. We have no wonders. Get me influence. And get me... That growth rate would be cool. Oh, give me a little extra culture on my phallus. Maybe we can pull that through, huh? All right, we really have nothing else to do here. I could just build up a military to use... You know what? Give me a whole bunch of archers to fill this commander with. I am suffering war weariness. Let's fix that. Yeah, there we go. We don't need to get crazy. It's the end of the age. I just wanted a bit of combat power. All right, so he took some stuff from me. So let's up our gold. Thank you. I clicked that 5 times. Come on. You're at 54 production. Let's get you a bit more. And get some great food in here. Throw in some happiness, actually. Yeah, let's up our happy, huh? There we go. Crisis continues. Oh, no. I'll take the happiness hit in towns. I don't think any of my towns are going to go unhappy, are they? I only have 2 of them anyway. About to have a 3rd. Yep. I'll put him down next turn. All right. She is really trying to do this to me. I do not like that. Luckily, we're allied, so it doesn't matter too much. But I'm going to put you... I'm just going to upgrade you. There we go. We have a phalanx. We can work with that. I do have horses. Yeah, actually, I should put a horse here. Put a horse here. And we'll leave the other horse, because otherwise she'll just... He'll attack me. All right, so that works. That looks good. Oh, wow. Hattusa's set up for distant lands. Dang it. I don't think I have time to incorporate him. I'd rather incorporate Arna, but I'm not going to do that at this time. All right, so this is moving. Miko, Trunk Trock has declared war on Xerxes. That's pretty good stuff. There's Mausoleum, which is already gone. All right, you're out of here. All right, we can secure this town now. All right, there's Chola. Let's go ahead and fix it with a free altar. Ba-bam. And we... Oh, well, we can have Piety next stage, which actually isn't a bad idea. I wouldn't mind being a bit pious. All right, so that's good. All right, so that's taken care of. We're going to keep building walls here. That's really all we need to do now. Let's build walls. All right, let's grow our city. Yep, I'm full out this way. I can't go any further. Why am I getting science on everything? Wait, am I getting science on my specialists regardless? Well, these are both doubles I can work with. regardless. So I'm going to go ahead and take that little extra while we can. All right, we're going to put a fishing key down there. Let's go ahead and do that. I know it's going to be a little pricier than usual, but let's just go ahead and get these done. I will definitely try to get a villa in if possible. Secure the salt just for the happiness. And then, there we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, so what are we looking at? 1, 2, 3. Okay, use... I want Samara to grab this if we can. Or Samara. This looks good. Let's see. I don't think we're going to get this, but we're going to attempt it. All right, this all looks fine. Unit maintenance. No, we're good. So let me check that. Is that actually OP as all get out? +1 science on specialist, +2. Oh, wow. It just counts on any specialist. Okay, that's awesome. That's really awesome. All right, we got room for stuff, so let's throw it in. Oh, hey, well, we got abundance. How about that? We're an abundant people. I'm just going to fill this in. All that food's going to all my cities anyway. All right. I could send you there. No. Let's just get over here. All right, we made it out. I really don't know where to go with that. I need more boats, too. Yeah, we only need 1 boat for this, probably. All right, I'm going to move you up 1. Let's get some fortifications in. Honestly, we're kind of fine here. I don't need to get too crazy. That looks pretty good. We could buy another unit. Oh, no, we can't. We have 19 gold. I guess so. Arna's kind of attacking them a bit, which is good. All right, complete the stars projects. Good for them. All right, we got 6 turns left, so maybe. All right, we finished our commander. Someone else is building commanders for us, so let's go ahead and hit a research initiative. I'm going to do these one at a time to see if I can go back and forth to really get things going. I'm going to keep building walls here to at least finish them up. That way we're well defended. Where are we unhappy? No, you're not. Oh, you are -1. How can we fix that? How can we fix that? I know of a few ways we can maybe fix that. All right. I'm going to leave you be for now. I'm going to set this to a fishing town in a few turns, so that'll probably help. Also, the villa will fix things. Let's put you here. That way we can do this. Actually, yeah, perfect. Now I can keep moving my people right in there. Okay, yeah, we need you there. I would like to get a few more quads if possible. Yeah, we're going to hit you, take you out. Definitely. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to sit tight, honestly. Make them come to me. Alright, you're going to go in here and heal. I don't need to lose a boat for no reason. Alright, fortifications are done. Like I said, we just got to sit here. He's really not going to be able to do much of anything, really. Okay, so we're having a revolt. If it remains unhappy for 4 turns, they may revolt. Just making sure that's Ishrahar. Okay. We're at 318. Can we get a villa in here? 448, so we can do that next turn. So we'll just wait for that. Alright, what else we got going on in here? We got some productions we can work with. All right, I'm a little... I like the specialist thing, but the downside is it really kind of confuses me. I'm going to put a guy here because I know we'll use this. So there's that. There's no happiness around here. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, that gets us to 0. We'll take it. That gets us to 0. That's perfect. Let's fix our fishing boat. All right, that down moved our money a little bit, but nothing crazy. How are we still looking? So we're at 6 turns, 2 turns. Yeah, hit me with some 2 more research initiatives. I want to see if I can get 1 more future tech if possible. I want to put 1 more wall in there just to make sure we're well set up here. We fixed the revolt. Don't worry about it. Oh, you know what? Might as well get some XP. Yeah, might as well get XP, right? People coming in close, huh? All right, let's get rid of you. Yeah, I don't think he's going to end up using his immortals the way he should, but yeah, whatever. Not my problem to tell the AI how to use their tools. Alright, so what we got going on here? Alright, you're attacking Alfustat, which really isn't going to do much. Alright, we got 4 turns left, and we're on 4 turns for future tech. Okay, perfect. So let's do this, finish 1 more initiative, and then we should be set. Ooh, thank you, Himiko. This is why I love you. You're my favorite. Don't let anybody else tell you. Don't let anybody else know. Alright, we're going to do... I could sneak another commander out, but yeah, let's do culture for the last 4 turns here. Alright, moving on. You are going to produce at least 2 more quads for me. Do I even want these buildings? I don't think I do. I mean, I can put them in and overbuild them. That's not a problem, but I just don't really see a reason. Well, the base yield. I know I always say the base yield. Alright, so that's 2 turns, and then the last one would be 4. I might as well do an amphitheater then. Yeah, we'll just put that right there. Might as well fill that quarter in and get something out of it. Alright, well... Might as well move you guys over 1. Get some XP off of this. Yeah, yeah, look at that. We'll take the assault promotion. Alright, yep, you skip your turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and just pillage stuff from him. 20 gold, don't mind me. I'm here for the money. Alright, either one of these works. I think we're better off jumping off from this point. Isfahar, can we get that villa? Yes, we can. We're going to do that right now. Put that down right there. Perfect. Alright, I need to make you a fishing area. At least get my boat. Found 8 settlements. Good for them. Alpha stock got attacked again. Alright, so it's 5 turns for future tech, or future thing. We're 3 turns left, so we're perfect on that. Go ahead and put me down for some food right there. You're not going to grow anymore, so might as well do that. Really, any of this is fine with me, so we'll just grab one of these. Set you to a fishing tent, or, yep, trade outpost. We're going to get a little extra happiness on our resources. Hit you. All right, you're growing. Let's secure. All right. Yeah, actually, put me down for this. And I'm just going to go ahead and secure the fishing. Actually, do we want to do a trade outpost? I could put down a market. Yeah, so let's do down a trade outpost. All right, I need 232 for a market. I'm going to go back to growing, though, because you're growing very well. So let's do a cultural festival. Oh, wow, it even shows how much it adds. Oh, that's crazy. Wow, I didn't notice that before. So if you click on this, it shows up at the top here. That's crazy. All right, let's do one of those. I'm fine with this. None of that matters to me. All right, in you go, and off we go. All right, we got ourselves another boat, and let's go ahead and attack this guy. Yep, see you later, bud. I don't mind whittling down your military. Or getting up in here and torturing you. All those are fine with me. We're taking defense hits, not a big deal. Ooh, squall line coming in. I might actually leave that alone, because I'm going to be buying buildings. Yeah, let me get this market. Put that 7 down. All right. I know that hurts our happiness a bit. All right, back to growing. See if we can fix that. A subtle control is given to you. Oh, settlement control. So, who is this? Kyoto has become unhappy. Do we want Kyoto? Oh, wow. Yeah, I want Kyoto. I 100% want Kyoto. Yeah, I'm going to take Kyoto. Yeah, I'll take Kyoto. That sucks for her. That is actually a amazing pickup for us. That is an amazing pickup. All right, let's go ahead and secure more food. Yeah, now Isfahan, a lot of people are going to be unhappy because we took a settlement, so there is that. Baghdad. All right, we're at 4 turns and 2 turns. We're good on the science. I really want to maybe get at least 1 cultural, if we could. I'm going to try to anyway. All right, can we move the dies in any reasonable manner? Okay, that's pretty much secured. This is secured barely. Man, I'm actually decently happy. That's a shock. I can't do much else on the productions, really. I can move this, since this is a city, so we can just keep our happiness. And then let's lose some food and get some happiness. All right, so we're now at 2.6. The dies, if I move those, we're done. Sadly, I have no other... Oh, I do have sheep here. Yeah, take those out, because that's not really a big deal. Just make some money. Drop this. I know we're still negative, but now it's a 0.6, so it's reasonable. All right, where can you go? Oh, you got to move a whole tile. All right, well, I'm just going to pillage stuff. Be a nuisance, honestly. Make more money. All right, you're going to heal, because if you attack, you'll die. All right, you can go there. Get you prepped here. Now, I don't know if Himiko will like or hate the fact that we took that, because... Oh, I get a free altar in here. That'll help. Don't mind if I do. There's my second free altar. Perfect. Okay, I don't like any of this. I'm not going to touch it either, because my money's going to other things. Also, I want to see if all that gets fixed next stage anyway, so maybe it does. We'll find out. All right, we're 1 turn left. Looks like people are thinking of revolting. So, unhappy for 4 turns, they'll revolt. Well, guess what? We're near the end of the age anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'll snag this little happy here. That might fix it. Ah, it does not fix it. It makes it worse. Trade outpost. Can I get my 484 next turn? Okay, well, let's go ahead and fix this then, because I need that fixed to then put the, this back in. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about it. You're fine. So it's just Kyoto, which we really don't have to worry about. All right, hit me up with another cultural festival. Looks like we're not going to get the culture we wanted. Yep, we fixed the revolt. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to go right here. And I'll just kind of fortify for now. All right, that's a district. I don't care. I'm here just to destroy things. 38. You need to go there. My bad. And you... Our alliance will stay, so that works. Unless she breaks the alliance. Or I break it, so... Also, I have Kyoto now, so... Alright, so found 8 settlements. Again, you're trying. Alright, there's a future tech. We have the final turn this age, so we missed out on the future civic, which is fine. Alright, so we got some attributes, economics at the end there, so that's a little extra gold, too. That's pretty nice. Alright, so go ahead. Can I get my lighthouse, please? Dang it! We're short by, like, 10 gold. Alright, well, in that case, we might as well fix up Kyoto. Oh, well, would you look at that? Tower of Babel. Might as well put in a fishing key. Oh, yes. I always put my stuff together. Alright, we'll leave that alone. Kyoto is actually pretty good. We got some gold in here. We got... Well, the salt goes away. We'll have an adjacency to her silk. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. So I will take it. None of this matters to me. I'll just click a 0 just to be funny. You have stuff. I'm just gonna... Again, I know this doesn't matter, but let's just do it anyway. Yay! Look at that. Alright, I I have a unit movement. Get out of there, because I'm going to get pushed out anyway. I'm going to go ahead and pillage him for 20 more gold, though, because why not? Apparently we have another unit. Actually, yeah, get up here. I'd rather shoot out from my own areas. So yeah, Osaka's in a terrible location, but it is what it is. So yeah, we've accomplished everything I wanted, for the most part. I wanted a few other things, but hey, you can't win them all. Do we want to try to make an alliance with Trunk Trok here? She's at war with Xerxes, unfriendly with Lafayette. Let's go ahead and secure this alliance if we can. So we'll put you at war with others. Well, we're already at war with Xerxes. So perfect. She agrees to this alliance. Lafayette, are you at war with anybody? You're unfriendly with them, so I'm going to cheat. I'm going to see if he'll take an alliance. He accepts the alliance. Obviously, we're not going to fight anybody. All right, so now let's transition. I'm just going to keep Abbasid. So now it's going to be 30 gold for rurals when we create specialists specifically. And then it's 20% production towards constructing buildings with at least 5 specialists. Oh, in cities with at least 5 specialists. And then we get 30% towards House of Wisdom, which is something we definitely need to acquire. So we are going to confirm this, and we're going to be the Abbasids. Honestly, I kind of want to keep Traveler's Sandals, maybe. We do get 2 more wildcard attributes next age. As for the movement of Scouts, Merchants, Settlers, and Explorers, maybe we just want to run it. Scouts really aren't that big of a deal, though. Actually, you know what? Let's do 1 change of pace, okay? Technically, Scouts aren't as powerful next age. The Merchants and Settlers are, though. However, I think, where is our boat? Ah, yes. I think we should at least have an extra sight on naval units, so we'll actually have +2 sight, so we can find distant lands a lot more effectively. So yeah, I think we should at least do this. Alright, so let's go ahead and transition that age. Fantastic. Well, I think that was a wonderful Antiquity. Wonderful. We missed a few wonders. It is what it is. You know, we are a little kind of crunched in a bit, but I think it's fine. I think we're in a decent area, honestly. Plus, we might get some distant land stuff. We might acquire some people that we thought about acquiring. We'll just have to see. Either way, I think we're beautifully set up with the science we're getting, especially as long as we keep Himiko happy. That friend away, beautiful. Beautiful. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see how exploration kicks off. So until then, peace.